DFCRadio.com.
Welcome.
Yo, what's good? The Plug Gaming, DFC Radio, Monday evening, 6-something, 26. We were like, in my mind, we were good, and then like all of a sudden we weren't. You know, we're having trouble just getting everything. Not really anything technical, just like, you know, everything else like ourselves ready on time. But we're doing it. We do it live. Plug Gaming, DFZ Radio, Dutch Master here, Rocky with me.
Yo.
Sam is he's out. He's not here. He's like, fuck these guys. Like, I'm not hanging out with you guys today. Pretty much that's what I got from the text. How about you, Rock?
Yeah, he kind of just said he's done with the show.
Yeah.
And he was like, yeah, no more guys, I'm out of here.
Yeah, I didn't get that all out of it, but that's a little extreme, more extreme. But I get it. Yeah, it was along those lines. It had a vibe to it.
I was just trying to get him to call in.
It had a vibe.
He's a fucking liar.
Me too. That's.
I'll read the call under the text verbatim.
And that's why I know he's listening. So, but we do it live every Monday. We talk gaming, and we do gaming reviews. We talk about pop culture. Rocky, you know, enlightens us on some hood shit every once in a while because he just can't help himself.
These real life topics.
You're going to threaten somebody eventually. So, but yeah, we get into gaming, and we're gonna talk. It's rumors has it National Gaming Day, so we're gonna talk.
Yeah, this is new.
It's all new.
Like all these new holidays, like Best Friend Day,
Sure.
National this day, Donut Day.
Hold up on the Veterans Day.
I didn't say veterans.
Oh no,
Best friends.
Yeah, we would
Excuse
never.
me, I'm sorry.
We celebrate that every. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, my family.
That was
all
on. By the
vets.
way, he's sitting in, and I guess I'm not sure. I didn't know if he was going to or not, but Unc Imo is on the show with us.
I'm
Yeah,
sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt y'all. So when I thought he said veterans, I had to say something.
Yeah, we would never.
Can't
There's a day,
disrespect
best
the
friend day, though,
vets,
for
man.
real, though?
Huh?
There's a best friend day also.
Oh man, there's a pizza day, a best friends day, donut day.
I gotta put my song on
like,
best friend day. Shit.
person day. Like I'm a regular person day. Every fucking day you can think of.
It's a day. That's fucking right.
Yeah, you know, it's a few good ones out there. You know, I appreciate, but I mean,
Yeah.
you know, it's not good for this show.
Well, it's National Video Game Day is its cousin, National Video Games Day, which I'm not sure. I guess there's a differential. I don't know.
What
This
do
is
you
getting
mean?
too much. I read too much. Anyways, it says National Video Game Day is July 8th. So apparently there's a National Video Games with an S day.
So they bust your head twice.
It's September 12th.
Get out of here,
September
dog.
12th.
These
Okay.
people-
We read
people
too
are
much. Like I
wild,
said,
dog.
the internet gives you too much information, and that's what we just got a little that was too
Jesus.
much. I read. That's like when you're like, you got like a weird scratch in your throat. You get on the internet. You look up WebMD. It's like scratch in the throat.
I'm dying.
yeah, you will be dead in 30 minutes.
Oh, you have
You know.
Ebola.
Ooh.
Bitch, what?
Yeah. Ooh, your throat's scratchy. It went too far, and you might not live through this or some crazy shit that you're like, God damn, why did I even look at this? And you're like, yeah, you just like literally like your throat was dry for a couple hours, and you were like freaked out about
Man,
it.
you know, my forehead's been kind of itchy the last couple of days. You have AIDS. Like, what?
Right. Well, that's a symptom. It's a symptom, so we have to at least notify. You know, it's like Jesus H. Like you guys just go to the extreme, but that's what happened. Like we just discovered there's actually two holidays, and they're the difference is There's an S at the end of the game in games.
Same exact thing.
I'm not sure. We're not going to get into the difference of that because I'm sure it's silly. And but anyways, we're going to talk about video games today, being National Video Game Day. I think we could, what we'll do is we'll take a trip down memory lane with Rocky.
Ooh.
We'll extend the "What You Gaming On" segment.
I mean,
we'll start with what he had been gaming on, like past Rocky, like from the beginnings.
Oh man,
Like NES style. We'll go from we'll do NES all the way up.
Hey, I mean, my dad had Pong, so.
Yeah, I mean that's like, I think that's just like such the origin.
Hey, he had it. I played it. Like
I know. I would
up.
love. Yeah, I think NES is good to start with, though. But there we go. We already got a little
man.
tidbit of how deep it
That's
goes.
where I
How
started
historic
at, dog,
this day is for rock. What if
Day
they
one
had?
gamer.
Well, you fall into an age category where you just, at a certain age and prior, you're just you were there from when it started to all the way into what it is, now.
I may not have been good or the greatest ever, but
I'm sure
I am
past episodes of this show claim otherwise.
Hey, because I don't be serious, dog. It ain't worth it.
Okay, I'm just saying.
I'm just being honest, dog. It ain't worth it.
On this show, you've
just
claimed
saying,
to
dog.
be world's best.
I'm just saying, man. It ain't worth it.
And then you just said
Smash Bros, dog. I haven't even been playing it, dog. Like, give me some respect. Like, Smash Bros. You got to get in your groove.
Yeah, but your title's just been taken. That's all. It's no big deal.
No, it's not taken.
Well, you aren't world's best. If the world, I'm sorry, if the world's seen you lose, then you can't be world's best. So you had that claim.
What are you talking about?
And you were good, and you were dominant until we got to Smash Brothers. Or you lost in something else.
Beat?
Rock got beat in something else too.
Yeah, I got beat in what was that? Marvel vs. Capcom 3.
Was that what it was?
Yeah,
A younger kid?
It was Sam. Remember?
Oh,
and then I came in and dogged him, and then he got all weird on me. Oh my gosh! Because the abuse.
I do remember.
Remember, we called it the abuse week.
I remember.
That was a good time.
Wait, after you whipped his ass, after he whipped your ass, he got upset?
Yeah, because I came in and I won, and I talked shit about
He
it.
wasn't upset when he won.
Hey, he was talking shit too. See, that's what I didn't understand. He was talking shit too. There we go, Unc.
You know what I'm saying?
Answer the right questions out here, dog.
You know what I'm saying?
No,
Come on,
but
man.
you guys resolved it.
I know.
Oh my god!
It's a fucking game.
This
God
guy is
damn,
just over
supposed to
here.
talk shit.
Hey, you
That's
can't
what
just
we
say
play
it's
the
just a
for.
game, dog. This is real life for us, dog. I will tear some shit up over
Yeah,
a
but I mean,
game.
you're not going to fight the dude over the game.
Says who?
Says the law of the land. You shouldn't fight the man over the game. You
Oh,
should
man,
want to
you
kick
ain't
his
really
ass.
gaming if you ain't never slapped the shit out of a nigga over a video game. What are you talking about?
I wish a
There's
nigga would
definitely
raise his hand at me over anything, nigga. That's not on the fucking gas. Shit, fuck.
There have been conflict.
Listen,
We can talk
man.
shit all fucking day, but you ain't gonna raise
You
your
ain't
hands
never
at me,
got
nigga.
in a raw game of like Mortal Kombat,
Nigga, I've been
and your
playing- I was
cousin
playing-
was just
We
like
was
I don't know
playing
about
games
Mortal
before,
Kombat.
spamming. He
was-
just kept spamming a move, and
before
then
they
you
had
slapped the
games.
shit
You know
out
what
of
they
him.
had niggas playing when they first started all that shit? On them little electric football machines where the little things vibrate and shit. That's
Them
how-
wasn't games. That was motherfuckers wilding out. I had one of those too. My uncle gave it to me. It was just not a good thing. But I had
Yeah.
one.
That was like the bridging of board games.
Yeah, they were trying.
Yeah.
It was a
Trying,
good move
yes.
though. For a minute I was like, yeah. Then I was like, this stupid.
Well, just picture gaming in another 20 years. They probably have the little dudes running around on the
Yeah,
board,
you're-
actually.
You're
you
going to
know
be
what I'm saying?
submerged in some weird liquid
Yeah,
that you're allowed to
yeah.
like move freely.
I'll pay
inside-
for it.
inside
I'm
of.
about to pay $1,000 for a PS5, so
What's the thing they got now where you put the headset on and you're getting that?
Yeah, it's VR, man. It's just
Yeah.
virtual reality.
Yeah,
It's
that
real.
shit,
That's
dog.
already
Fucking
real.
right.
That's already real.
To old folks, that's some weird shit, man.
Of course. I mean, to everybody, that's weird unless you're like born with
But
it.
wait till they hook gaming up with that, dude. That's
Oh,
gonna
they
be some-
have.
Oh, they
It's-
did?
Yeah, it's you can play pretty much like any style.
Like the war games
They're
and
not-
shit?
they
Yeah,
do.
they're not-
yeah.
they're not like-
you haven't fucked with the VR at all. That's some shit that we need to get on camera. Hog.
Nice. I sucked with one, but it was like it wasn't the game shooting, you know. It was where you move around and you
Yeah.
try to grab the little stuff
Right.
like that. But it wasn't
Yeah.
the game where you was actually hunting.
Oh, were you shooting
Yeah,
and shit? Oh, we
right.
gotta get you on that or a Star Wars game and really
I
fuck
love-
you
yeah,
up.
fuck me up. Get loaded
So,
good. and that bitch.
they
Yeah.
have like really higher quality, or well, I don't know how good the quality is so much is, but I guess like a higher quality experience version of VR where you can go to like a facility.
To a place,
right.
and they actually have shit you can touch.
Right.
That like
Well, y'all can
interacts
see
with the
how
game.
far
Oh, they
gaming
have
has come
They have
from
gaming,
where
yeah.
it started with the Pong. You can see the
Yeah.
advancement, how bad it's got.
Oh, it's one of the
Yeah.
most. It's actually, and
We
what's
got
funny.
a call coming in.
Okay.
Oh, we missed it.
Okay, you missed it.
Missed it by
Hey, I
that
just
much.
heard it. Dog.
Okay,
It's
fine.
low.
It's like let's just be honest. It's a 50-50 call. It's either it's maybe somebody that wants to talk to us or somebody that's calling in for another show. We usually don't take the callers on the show. So yeah, but yeah, it's great. We'll answer the question regardless if they call back. So, anyways, but video games and like some people argue this, and I think it's a good argument, and it used to be true maybe. I think that video games drive video. Okay.
Oh, okay. Well, we got somebody who's gonna slide on the back end. Make sure we say.
Y'all want me to go answer the phone?
Yeah, Saint's got it. But anyways, people say that the porn industry. I'm cool right now. The porn industry drove like video quality.
Ooh.
Like whether it was 1080, 720, like HD.
You
pretty
killing me
much.
right now.
No, and it was true.
So it was 4K porn before anything.
Yeah, that's actually true. So, but the enhancements of
Oh
them,
my God.
the enhancements of them, of those qualities of those like increasing the processing speed and the hertz, the frame rates, all come from video game enhancements. Yeah. So like, it actually is what pushes the technology forward. That's what does. Video games pushes the video quality that we consume. It actually is what gets the research done and the R&D, so other people can start utilizing it because they made it popular.
Okay.
Because gamers are putting it inside their setups, and it's on the frontier. Like you're getting the highest frame rates, the highest refresh rates on those gaming monitors, and they're made of the highest end gear. And they're the top quality, they're top tier of their, respective category. So like 4K monitors are way better than 4K TVs. 4K TV just puts it on a 50-inch version.
Yeah.
But at 27 inches, that quality is so much more.
Yeah, but that's the thing. What's the max that you would go on a 4K like monitor?
28 inches.
Real shit?
That's what I have.
Oh, that's what I meant to ask you. Like,
Yeah.
'cause
Well, at that, there's like literally a mathematic solution. Like you can figure to pixel density, like how much color is packed inside of a little dot. And like each one, like 1080p is 24 inches or 24 inches. And 1440 is 27 inches, and 4K is 28 inches. And it's like the ratio is like the same. So technically, at those rates, an untrained eye won't even tell the difference between a really good 1080 picture versus a really good 4K picture. You have to have seen them all the time to like know the differences.
boy, honestly, because
But the first thing you're going to notice is it's richer and it's brighter.
like I can straight up tell immediately because I don't know why playing on mine because I'm only LED though. Like I
Well,
got
people
LED.
have issues with frame rate. Some people can't tell the difference, and it's just something that's in some people, like the whole low tone, high tone, and what you hear.
Yeah.
The same thing with your eyes.
Bruh,
some
that-
people can't see past 60 frames per second,
That
and some
blacks, though.
people can't.
Like the Samsung TV to show you the different blacks, dog.
Yeah.
That shit blew me away.
Yeah,
I
where
can't even bullshit
somebody will see a different.
you.
yeah.
I can't even bullshit.
Well,
you.
that's the same with
like what?
Yeah. And they're constantly manipulating that type of stuff to like bring better experiences to
That's crazy, dog.
for your eyes too. Like the monitors eliminate certain colors of light, so it's less strain on your eyes. So
We got Sam on hold. I've just been letting
I
him
was
sit
saying,
there on
Sam's-
purpose.
Sam's-
He said he
so
want
he
to
got
set
the
the
bait.
record straight. So
You got the bait.
now he got to sit there and chill. Let him think about what he gonna say. So he's saying right, and he don't get hung up on. You gotta remember, I control it, Sam.
He's got the bait.
Like I'm gonna let you through it. Nah, wait a minute. So how's your guys' day going? What up, Sam? We can't hear Sam.
Check him in. What's up, Sam?
Sam?
Hello, Sam. You out there? Sam.
Oh, there he is.
Sam.
Hello, Sam. You not
Yo,
Yeah,
Oh,
talk to
hey,
us,
what's up, man?
This is Free Sampler
Hey,
here, the
am
host.
I on the
other
show?
Host. Yes, other host of the show. He's calling in. We knew he would. He always
Always.
does. Yes.
First
What's up?
things first.
What's up, brother?
Hey, boys. Happy Video Game Day. Or is it Games Day? Which one is today?
Yeah, today's game day. Where it's just there's like it's just
But
a game.
I need to know, are you just now learning about this, or have you known about this?
What? National Video Games Day or whatever?
Yeah.
No, that was on my news feed today, too.
Okay, I'm just making sure.
Yeah, this is dude.
Sam be up on the wild shit. I gotta ask.
Oh, no, that's fair. It's like, why the fuck do we have two? I don't know.
Yeah,
Because we want it.
Yes. Yep.
Maybe they can mean all types of games, including like board games and. But I think games.
No, it's
a
Video
game would just
Game
be
and
period.
Video
Right?
Games Day.
Oh, it's
Yeah,
video
it's
on
weird.
it. I don't know. Maybe that's stupidity.
It's
Yeah,
all good. You
that's
play
take it
games
easy.
today, then
Uh-huh.
you celebrate. Good job.
Yes. There you go.
Somebody's
Perfect.
like, I don't like the way it was spelled. Video Games Day, and we're gonna make it the 20th. Ridiculous.
I'm going to change it up. Start my own day.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I've been trying to decipher the difference, but I really can't. So we're not going to get into much more than that.
Yeah.
But what's up, dude? What are you doing? What have you been driving and gaming on?
Dude, I have not been gaming while driving. I've been listening to gaming music, Jet
Oh.
Set Radio soundtrack.
Dude, that's actually pretty vibing. It's a pretty funky.
Right?
Soundtrack.
You know what? That guy, Hideki Naganuma, he
Okay.
Who?
made songs on Lethal League, which is coming to Switch in a week.
Okay.
Hey, I like how you be trying to slide your little bullshit in there.
What? I got the news.
Get the fuck out of here.
He prepped you for that.
He's
Hey.
not even here and manipulated the situation to that bullshit. Fuck you, Sam.
Hey, he totally prepped you for that.
He did. I'm just like,
I
yeah.
prepare.
He texted you the link, hit you with the screenshot, and then brought it up in just conversation.
Ridiculous,
So
man.
Sam, can I ask you a question?
This is Unc Imo, by
What?
the way, Sam. He's on the show.
How you doing today?
I'm doing great. This Unc?
Yeah, this Unc. Got a question
Hey,
for
man.
you.
Wish I could be there.
Got a question for you.
Shoot.
What is your favorite game of all?
There it is.
Oh, it's Super Smash Brothers. Hands down.
Super Smash Brothers.
And in 1 week, he will try to reclaim what was
I
once
ain't behind
what
it
was
all.
once
It's
his.
tied.
Okay.
It's because they won one match.
I-
The
hey,
sets go by
but
three.
you lost two in a row. But you lost two in a row.
A
But you
win
lost
is a
two in a row.
win. What are you talking about, Sam?
Wait,
But you
Yeah,
lost
and
two
you know
in a
what?
row.
I had the first win. They got the second win. That makes
And
it
the
what?
third win.
1-1. Ain't nobody winning yet.
Okay. These are viewpoints. These are different viewpoints, and everybody's entitled to have that
Hey.
that different perspective. It's all gravity.
I was also going to
regardless.
clarify me and Rock.
Next week. Ooh.
He won. I got
He's
salty
been
on
listening.
Dragon Ball
He's been
Fighter.
listening. He's been listening.
I know.
Yeah, I won on Marvel vs. Capcom. I got salty
That's what
on
we said.
Fighters.
That's what
Turns out
I
even when
said.
even when you win, Rock has more shit to talk than anybody. Because
Some
even
will
the
call
one
that a
match I
strategy.
won,
Yeah,
I didn't even get
like-
to talk shit because Rocky was still talking about how almost good he was.
Because I was impressed with my skills. What are you talking about? I can't be impressed with my skills. A game I didn't even practice in. I didn't even play it. I just hopped on.
So wait, let me-
It was great.
That didn't come through.
So wait, let
Because
me.
of that sweet ass kill with Android 16, that self destruct.
Yeah, but I
Take your best player out.
remember that was jokey though.
So Joe, wait. When you won, you didn't talk shit.
yeah,
No,
he
I
tried.
didn't talk shit the day I won. Rocky
He
talked shit about how
tried.
good he was anyway.
This was the problem. He tried to talk shit, but he didn't realize how good I was, and I had to let
No, I
him know,
just
like,
didn't
oh
realize how
shit,
real Rock
did you
was
see
when it
how
came to
good I
Dragon
am
Ball.
in this? And he couldn't take it.
But
He
is
was
that
like, fuck you?
Well, let me ask you a question. What's your favorite game?
Smash Brothers.
Same one as
Or
his.
Kingdom Hearts. I don't know yet.
Yeah.
Well, this is a tough one.
So that's both of y'all guys' favorite game.
That's
Yeah,
a
and
tough one.
Rock almost answered immediately, so I'm gonna take that as that's his favorite game.
What, Smash Bros?
Yeah, and when they
dude.
play, when they match up, it's a good.
Was it a
matchup.
good battle? You saw
Yeah,
the battle?
we've fought many a time.
Yeah, Smash Bros is the
Yeah.
shit.
So out of the
It's
playing
kind of
next
tough
week.
because Kingdom Hearts is just.
We're playing
I don't know.
next week.
It's a big one in
Saint,
my
do
life.
you get
too.
in on that?
Sometimes randomly.
Who you think out of the three is the best?
Sam's the best.
Yeah,
Sam's
Sam,
the best?
Sam do
Yeah.
this.
That's
I
he's the
can't
man.
lie.
That's what
Yeah.
we're talking about right now.
That game.
He's the
You know,
most.
but if I played,
He's
you
the
know,
most
it'd be a whole other situation.
weathered
I don't really play as much
competitor,
as Sam.
yeah.
You know, Sam be practicing and shit.
Yeah, I've been to,
I
like,
just get
tournaments
3 or
with
4
Sam.
matches in, you know, and then become great. That's when God kicks in.
Wow.
It's weird.
Wait. Whoa. Wait a minute. Sam, hold up a second. Let me catch.
Takes like 4
Let me catch
matches
this
and
call
then
for
God
God.
kicks
Let me
in.
catch this call for God, Sam, please. Let me catch this call for God.
This is the type
You
of stuff.
literally saying God got time with the earthquakes, the hurricanes, and the murders, and every fucking thing else to come out there and give you energy so you could be Sam in the game.
It's not even the fact
Yeah,
that he
it's like
takes
you gotta set
time
priorities,
away
man.
from everything.
Well,
he
he do-
doesn't take time from it. He left it in me. He was like, "Here you go. That's in you.
That's your greatness.
Just be great." You know, it take me a few matches to be like, you know what? Hey, I'm good. And then, you know, the hand of God comes forth.
Yeah, I hope his hand don't really come slap the shit out you right now.
I'm just letting you know, man. That's where hog came from. It's, you know, it means hand of God.
Hallelujah.
People like, why do you rock hog? Like, none of your motherfucking business. But now
I
you
just
know.
like to hear you actually say
Because
that
the
it's
hand of God
because it's ridiculous.
comes forth.
The hand of God. Like an Asian dude at the
Good
track,
one,
huh?
isn't it?
What's that mean? That's a good one,
I'm
though.
giving
I
Rocky
gotta
props
figure
on
that
the
out.
name.
Yeah, man, you just gotta put the HOG so people ask you, why do you go by hog? And then
But-
you let them know.
Look, Neff, when you whip a dude ass, don't let him overtalk you. Once you whip that ass, talk that shit. You got him down.
can
I don't give a
try.
fuck what he
Okay,
say about how good
here's
he
the
played.
But the thing is,
complexity.
when you breaking down facts, you got a motherfucker got to shut up. They can't really talk shit because facts was there. They was like, damn, you know, he really was that good.
Okay,
It did,
but
but
Rocky,
But you still got your ass whipped.
Rocky.
But everybody was amazed at my greatness.
Dude, I mean, I wouldn't say that because we were wondering what you were doing too. Because literally, play by play, like it was the most amazing shit I've ever seen. And I said that night when it happened, that I was like blown away, purely like
By both of them.
he lost. No, yeah, because Sam won because I was like, damn, like this was a crazy fight for both of them, and Rock's pretty good at fighting games in general. And Sam's really good at Smash Brothers. They have their own respective, you know,
Right,
qualities
their
in
lanes,
each.
right.
Yeah. And Rocky gets beat, and like Rocky's his good characters, and he's like totally feeling it, and like they had just a nasty fight, and Rocky gets beat, and Rocky goes, "Oh my god, like thank you, Sam." And I'm like, we're all like, what? He's like, I didn't realize, I actually never realized how good I was with Goku.
I did.
And we're like, wait, what? We're like,
For
what?
his
He brought out
Yeah.
a beast. What are you talking about? You can't respect that? I had to give him his props because he brought out some shit to me I didn't even know. Like, my Goku's untouchable to this day.
Okay, well, that's not what we saw though. Like that's my point. That's on my. That's that. We said that day, and you said the same thing. And
What do you mean?
And at like some weird sliver, I get what you're saying.
You got to remember, he suicided my
Vegeta.
Vegeta.
brought it back.
He
If he
suicided
brought
by
it back, it
Vegeta.
wasn't,
He's
but he
cerebral-
Whoa,
he's-
wait a minute. What you mean he suicide your
He's
vagina?
cerebral. He's cerebral. He's
When you got a
cerebral.
vagina?
Damn.
Vegeta. Vegeta.
What the fuck is a Vegeta?
You can't disrespect Vegeta. He slapped people for less. I'm trying to tell you. I'll send you some
Vegeta.
information so you can look him up.
Vegeta.
Yeah,
Vegeta
that's
is
another
a
hand of
character
God.
in Dragon Ball Z.
Remember,
or
he
Dragon Ball.
suicided because so I was already
It was
down.
that was a high quality play in my
yeah,
book.
yeah, I was already
It was-
down a character, and then he swapped out so his character could gain health back. So he faded my who was that? I was using
Yeah.
Frieza. He
yeah.
faded
called
Frieza
the
with both
strategy.
his characters. You know, he worked them over and he won. But then I came out with Goku, dog. I hadn't even got to put hands on him yet. I came out with Goku and almost beat him. I beat 2 of his characters with Goku, and then almost beat the 3rd. I came down to 1 punch with 1 character after one being taken from me.
What are you talking about now?
Okay, I don't remember.
That.
I don't remember.
Hey, you better look that fight up, dog. That shit was devastating, dog.
It's
We
documented
played 3
somewhere.
full set. We played 3 full.
I'm talking
things.
about the
I won the
abuse
first
match,
day, Rocky
dog.
won the next 2. He took the cake in Dragon Ball Fighter.
Yeah,
Give
remember
it to him
that.
on that.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Yeah.
we
But,
will have
man,
a battle
like,
for you to
see.
see.
Though,
Yeah.
He just got that
We
witness
will-
of like he's talking about the day he lost.
Yeah.
Can we
Oh, look, I wasn't taking nothing
And he's-
about.
and he's
I wasn't
leaving it
taking
off
nothing
that
from your
talking
win.
smack.
I was congratulating you
On
on
bringing
your
the
skill
beast out
level
of you.
because you
Yeah.
brought
Right.
out
a beast
a
in you?
monster, dog.
Oh,
Because
dude,
you made him
come on,
greater.
that self-destruct though is so funny.
Yeah,
I
but at the
mean,
same time,
it
you
was
brought
pure.
out a beast, something I didn't even know I had in me in that game.
Can we
And
view-
I still use those skills to
So
this
you're
day,
welcome.
Sam.
That's called teamwork. Cause
I use those skills to this day, and guess
Is
who
there
brought
any
that
way
out?
we can view this? Can we view this
You.
battle?
Yeah, you can go back to an
Yeah.
earlier episode and you can see it, and it
Yeah.
will fuck up your mind. You'll be like, "Whoa,
Rock
this
is
dude
a
actually
beast.
almost won." After he was robbed the character, and then was double teamed.
But
pause.
he literally KO'd one of his characters along with one of your characters. So
no,
when
he backed out.
So okay,
and
but you
gained
can only
health.
gain so much.
25% health
the
is
red
a
bar
lot,
only
dog.
goes by-
Imagine
okay.
if he had just murked off that character and it just came down to what we had. I would have
But-
won that match. But he
you-
had 25%
you
energy.
But you
to put
basically
work
took
in.
one character bar, but just 3 different flavors of one character bar.
So can you practice and get ready for
Like,
him so
you
we
know
can
what I'm
actually
saying?
see the real battle? You two go down.
Yeah, what are you talking about? I do that. That's a great game. I'll play that right now if you want.
We-
show
we-
you
we-
Vegeta
we
too,
actually
so you
have-
would never disrespect him like that again.
we actually
You would be like, "Oh,
have,
if anybody's like this out there, I don't even want to be around that shit."
Vegeta. How did they name that nigga Vegeta though?
It just means vegetable in Japanese.
Oh, okay. I'm no disrespect to the
That's
Japanese.
great. That's
That's
It's just
good
close to the
content.
vagina. You know, when a
I hope
nigga
you're
be
right.
anything, a nigga mind go to vagina. You know how nigga think. Fuck. You can say vegetables,
Hey,
a
man,
nigga
you
think
are what
about
you
a pussy. You know what I mean?
It's like all the sayings are named after vegetables. Kakarot, there's carrot.
Yeah.
Is that true?
Yeah, they're named after vegetables.
Oh my god, I had a feeling about that, but I was like, that was
Yeah, that's the
silly.
But
thing.
now it's confirmed. Yeah, that's some real shit.
It's a real thing, dog. That would just be ridiculous.
So do y'all play the football or the basketball?
I play basketball
Not the
on there,
basketball,
but
not
not
basketball.
football.
I play soccer and I play basketball.
You play the football?
Or football, excuse me, not basketball.
You play football?
Yeah.
Which one of y'all the better on the football?
On Madden.
Madden.
I played I've never. I don't know if I played you.
You haven't played me, but
I
I'm
played.
not- I don't
I
even
played
play
the
it, so-
homies though. I played like
I
Rock
passed
Homies and
sports
stuff. We
games
have good
to Dutch.
games. We play a lot of FIFA.
Yeah.
FIFA's like the more competitive, I guess I would say, amongst friends because it's a little bit more technical.
I
to
just
play.
got into FIFA, and it's some shit that I love playing.
Is
Yeah.
FIFA soccer? Or
Yeah, soccer.
Oh
yeah,
yeah, well that's
exactly.
real football
Yeah.
to be honest with you.
Yeah, for sure. And
know.
the women's national team.
Hey, soccer is
just won.
soccer.
No,
Football is
no,
football.
no,
Don't
no.
play it.
Soccer is the real football, dog. America created NFL off of soccer, dog.
And how about
Yeah.
that U.S.
Soccer
team?
is football. It was the original football. These motherfuckers
That's
made
true.
the NFL off of soccer.
That's
This is true.
genius.
This
Yeah,
is true.
the marketing plan was genius. Yeah, the marketing plan. Just like the marketing plan for Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan's still not the greatest player of all fucking time. His tennis still sell like
I
a
know some
motherfucker.
people that would fight you in the
I don't
street
give a
for
fuck with
saying
this,
that.
but I'm telling
No
you.
one would
motherfuckers
fight you,
think
but I
fuck.
just-
They would
I think that he
definitely
is.
fight you in the street.
I
Man,
think
Michael
he's,
Jordan
like,
played
the highest
with a
end.
weak NBA, dog. When y'all was
I don't think that's true.
I'm be honest with you.
I think the
Magic
people-
Johnson was done.
I
The,
think-
Lakers was done. Boston was done. Detroit was done. When Jordan came along, he
That's
was
the same
facing,
it is now.
He was facing a fucking weak Charles Barkley, and that's what his fucking monsters was.
all-
It was
No,
done, dog.
It was the
done.
playing
You
skill
just
that
said the same
changed
exact
the
thing
game.
that's happening in the league right now.
Yeah,
all
that
those
happens
teams
all
are
the
done
time.
currently.
But at the same time, I'm not going to take that from
And-
Jordan.
and-
Personally,
and
he's
there's a
not
whole
my
lot-
favorite basketball player.
And there's a
but
whole lot
His
less
marketing
defense.
his marketing was a
There's
genius.
a whole lot less
But I know he
defense
was
being
good.
played
He's
in
He's
the
getting
league.
them tennis for
currently,
$5
but
a
anyways.
fucking pair overseas, and he's selling for 100 something. That's fucking marketing genius.
Hey, man, that's ballerific.
He's yeah.
Trademark that.
You can't.
Ballerific,
That's,
dog.
no.
Come on.
You're not the first to say that.
Oh, really?
For sure.
Oh, I felt like I was. Hey, just in case, dog, we need to make
Hey,
sure.
let's
Hey,
be
say,
sure.
dog, we gotta look that up, dog. Ballerific, dog.
Hey,
If we can get some gifts off that, let's do it.
Rocky, it's 2019. Everything's been said.
It's
all
you
been
gotta
said.
wake up, dog. That's been done.
It's
Hey,
all
man.
been said.
Everything's been said.
I'm bringing it back.
You can do that now.
That's cool.
Oh, yeah, right.
can do that.
Right.
Ballerific.
Hope someone didn't already.
Mark, trademark it. Trademark it.
Oh, they
See
were
if the
probably
Twitch
like,
handle's still
man.
available.
1990,
Even on
in
Instagram.
1998, the guy was like, man, Ballerific. Ballerific.com. All right.
Welcome to ballerific.com. It's just this motherfucker in a pool. Like. Oh, the 90s were
man.
great,
So how you
man.
never got into the football aspect of it?
I did. I used to play, but in 2003,
Everybody
it
played
just I
Madden.
got over Madden. It was just
Like-
the same shit after, like.
If you had the
But
system.
isn't Madden a lot? You think it's a lot more evolved since what you said?
Oh yeah, I mean it's evolved. I've played it. It didn't
still
spark
don't
my
flip
interest.
your
Like
ass.
if I was gonna play that or FIFA, I'd play FIFA.
The
Yeah,
soccer
Well, they
game.
And I don't
fucking
even
up all
play
those
FIFA
games
like
because
that,
they
but-
release them every year. They need to do it like every other something. They're just
Well, I
nobody
mean
wants to
money.
the
buy
rosters
next
change
game
and
right
the
after building
graphics.
a team.
Well, there's a huge competitive aspect of the game that drives that
Yeah,
and
that
generates
money.
a lot of money.
It's all
Yeah.
Yeah, how many soccer games is it? It's like what?
All about
There's
a
the
dollar.
same. It's just that one
How
every
many
year.
years have there
No, but
been?
there's
Yeah,
different.
exactly, yeah.
There's different soccer companies.
Let me-
They
let me
got,
ask y'all-
There's two. Yeah.
Let me ask y'all a
There's two. There's
question.
like PES or
3. Because they got that one that just goes like soccer 2016 and shit like that too.
I think it's 2 now. It's just the 2. It's FIFA and then PES or something like that or something.
I just know that I got plenty of friends that like they'll play NBA 2Ks, they'll play all their sports games, but they buy one every other year.
All right, I got a good question for y'all.
Yeah.
How many of y'all lost friends or relatives to gaming?
Shit, me.
On a real note. I
I've
mean, on
never
a real
lost
note.
one.
Like, what do you
Let
mean,
me-
like
let me-
die? Or
no,
what do you
let
mean
me-
by
let me
lost? Like,
explain
I'll
what-
fuck you up when if I
Let
see
me
you?
explain when I
I got
say
a homie
lost.
still tripping off
I'm
of
talking about a
Halo. Like, I
motherfucker
don't know why.
who ain't making no money, who can't get the fuck out the house because he can't stop playing fucking games. I'm talking about a lost fucking soul.
Oh,
Y'all know
no.
him. You know who I'm
No, I
talking
ain't
about.
never
no
experienced that. That's insanity.
I had a nephew.
That's not real, just so you guys know.
I
That,
got a
like,
nephew, dog. He got 2 kids. This motherfucker wouldn't get out the house and go to work because he's playing fucking games. That's real.
Was he trying
Yeah.
to
Well,
be
the
something?
nephew
He
in
wasn't
it?
trying to do a fucking, you know, you get hooked on that shit, dog.
I don't know about being addicted to that.
You know,
That's just-
people
Dog,
have
there's
certain
a lot of people.
situations
You gotta
and-
realize there's a lot of people addicted to gaming.
Yeah.
Has he ever seen vagina before?
Yeah. He's married with a fucking 2 kids, my nigga.
Oh, he just needed a new vagina in his life.
He had 2 kids. Dog.
Yeah,
They got a bunch
so
of them out there.
I don't,
People get
I don't
hooked.
want to say anything about anything, but there's certain things that will drive behavior like that where just unfortunately that in your life something like video games is what's on the top tier that's providing
driving you.
happiness.
That's driving you. Exactly.
Which means that there needs to be some other quality of life changes that are like underlying where like that probably wouldn't be the case if that wasn't the scenario, which it is people's scenario, and you're right, that is a problem, and you definitely should like, even if streamers, people that get paid to play video games, like preach it all the time, like they're really into actual like healthy habits, even though that they play video games all day. That's actually why they get into healthy habits, because you're sitting long hours, you're not just always drinking water, you're always talking. And like that's just like what people do at an office when they work at an office. You got to do the same things. You hydrate, you get up, you get off the
stretch,
game,
you
you stretch,
exercise.
and they go through that. And like streamers even talk about it because it is,
and especially your hands.
it is, yeah.
too.
And even your hands, they'll even talk about it.
You
because,
will get carpal tunnel
because
down
yeah,
the
if
road.
you're not doing it professionally and you're still doing these 8-hour sessions,
So how many hours a day you might do gaming?
I'd say it could be anywhere from. I mean, I can get real crazy and go long, but I'd say generally 4 to 6.
4 to 6 a
Yeah.
day. You.
Oh, I haven't been gaming that much, but when I do game, I almost died. There was a
almost
game
died.
that came out, and I played it, and things got a little weird for me. And
So you were addicted?
no, it wasn't addiction. It was more of the grind.
It was.
The what?
the
Chasing
grind.
the dragon.
The grind is different. You gotta,
Same.
you gotta really understand the
You have to
grind.
respect it,
How many-
and sometimes just it's more like fasting.
Sam,
It's more like
Yeah,
fasting.
So
How
some
many-
days
how-
I'll play like only 1 hour. Some days I'll play like 6. But those days that I play more hours is because I'm off. Because I did all my own shit. I took care of my responsibilities, and I plan to sit down and do this
So
for a while.
how many
and I'm
days
usually
a
playing
week?
with those two homies that are sitting with you in the studio.
How many
it's
days a
social.
week you might do that?
It's very social.
How many days a week did I do that many hours? Maybe 1.
Twice,
Maybe 2 if I'm like planning for like a game coming out or something.
But see, this is the
specific.
thing. You don't just emerge like that for no reason. Like, you go in with the mindset, hey, this is going to be fucked up. And then you do it.
Exactly.
You automatically
I'm
know
gonna
when you're going
have
to do
a
it.
gaming
Don't get me
day,
wrong,
but
there
I'm
is some games.
That's the grind.
Yeah,
the
that's what I'm
grind is
saying.
knowing that this is going to just be unbearable.
Yeah, this is
and
about being
I've-
fucked up. You go in with that
I've
mindset.
and I've done this
You don't
so many
get
times
addicted,
myself.
like, you know, like, all right, look,
you're like, I'm going for
not
it.
doing anything.
7 hours
I'm
later.
going for this thing here,
Right.
and I'm not
Right.
going to stop until I get it.
Right, exactly.
Like you know that
Yes.
that's what it takes because you got to get those rolls.
Right.
That's the thing.
Right.
Like, that's where shit get wild. But
right.
And if
But
There
you
if
are
want
you're
some
to, and if
planning
you want
that,
to,
you're planning for
You might just be
that,
chasing a
like
dream.
anybody else
but if
with
you
any
want to be,
other hobby.
if you want to be competitive, you have to practice,
Yeah.
right?
You're right.
Right. So
And if you wanna look fly with certain
if you playing
shaders.
a 6-hour session, then maybe
Mm-hmm.
two or 3 days out of the week you probably practicing 2 or 3 hours,
yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what I mean.
So you
I
make-
play pretty much 4 hours every night minimum.
You see what I'm saying? That's 4 hours a day.
Yeah, in the middle of the night,
Yeah.
where motherfuckers.
Yeah,
But
when
not
it's
every
like
day.
you got to realize we're
Asleep.
adults.
If-
we don't
if
get to
that's-
play throughout the day as much.
If that's
If
just
we
4
can, we
days a
will,
week,
but-
that's 16 hours a week.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
4 times 16, that's 30-something hours a month.
yeah.
That's almost that's a day and something in a month's time.
Yep.
So, but this is the
Okay.
thing. That's short term. Now, I'm talking about the ones who do it for 8 hours a day. You got
Yeah.
people that get
Oh,
up and do
I
8
agree.
hours
I-
a day. That's addictive,
I've
my
done it.
nigga.
I agree with
That's
you.
addictive.
I've done
I
it,
agree
though,
with you.
and
if you,
I
if
can't
you,
It
hear
isn't
it.
a- it
if
can
you are
be a-
harming, if anything that you do is harming a
Your
normal,
action.
healthy aspect of your life, then you should
You
question.
you got to pull up
what
Somebody-
you're doing. Yeah,
But at
for
some
sure.
point, when we get so
Like-
addicted, we can't.
Yeah.
It's look like with the blunts and the tobacco. We so addicted to tobacco, you can't hear what somebody saying. You're fucking your lungs up.
But
It's the same way with anything else in life. We can't hear once we get those addictions.
but this is something too though. Like the people who fuck off their lives gaming and shit. That's a choice. Like
Yeah, exactly.
Like
that
I
ain't
could
no
log an
fucking-
8-hour
Yeah.
session
Give them
every
Just
day.
like- just like crack is a choice.
Yeah, but this is what you gotta hear me out though. Like this, like if you can't afford games because you fuck off everything, then you know that he probably had to learn older because when he was younger he just got everything or something. But I know if I didn't buy my shit, I didn't have it.
Right.
Like so, how's he
There
getting
was
these games?
So there was like there was like
is he
a,
turning tricks on his
there was
spare
like,
time? Like
right. There was like a level of like your capacity of how much video games you could play by how much money you had.
Yeah, like
because
that's some real life shit.
They were
Because if
money,
I can't
and you
afford to
couldn't
play
just,
online, I can't
you
even
couldn't
play
just do
online.
weird things on the streets to acquire video games.
you had to have a
buy
mall. You had to have
buy
a
'em
mall or
officially.
part that was spiraling the fuck out.
Yeah, like
Exactly.
if you didn't
or,
have that,
or
you
you're
had to-
acquiring, you were
Yeah,
acquiring.
like,
cash.
His mom. His mom. He
Yeah.
lived with his
How
mom
is he
and daddy.
getting
Yeah.
cash? That's
Um,
the thing. If he's like,
but,
how's
you know,
he
you
affording
gotta
this
take
game?
that,
How's he
like,
playing
a lot of
online?
people playing
But yeah.
games for
Like,
this long,
how's
they
he
ain't
doing
watching
this?
TV during
This
that
shit
time.
costs money.
Yeah.
And if his internet ain't on, how is he paying for
And like
that?
video games are super interactive and stuff. I'm not preaching to that. Like I could do an 8-hour session every day, but I would be doing it in the middle of the night, and I would be sacrificing an aspect of my sleep. Exactly.
Yeah.
Which you know, we can argue about the requirements as much as you want. But I get enough to operate fully functional for my next 8 hours that I have to work the next day, or however long it may be. And that, so like if that's my choice, it is. It doesn't fuck up anybody else's life. I don't fuck up
Oh,
where
damn,
I'm.
see,
That's
that's
what I'm
not
saying.
talking
He's
that
still
one
making
life
money.
balance.
He got
Solid
a
tape.
job.
Yeah.
His kids eat. His wife eat. He eat.
But like
Bills is paid.
we
lights on.
we can we're operating a fucking gaming machine that is just fucking
I'm
consuming
saying.
power.
I'm telling you,
constantly.
like you got to work
right.
to play. I don't know how he was pulling this shit off.
Yeah.
like that's really it. There's no.
But that's the truth, though. Like you don't.
his wife was spoiling him and let him do this until it fucked off everything. Like,
Yeah, it's probably
because
easier to
once the internet's cut off, you playing by yourself, and then
doesn't
like the
get cut
next
off.
game come out. How are you getting that?
It doesn't get cut off. Yeah, no, exactly. That's a good point.
I'm just saying,
There
man.
is like
there's a hustle behind gaming.
there's a weird barrier. There is a weird barrier that includes like either being very resourceful, like there's a ton of like people that work with technologies, especially like hardware, software ends, like the real development, engineering. They can get things and procure things.
Yeah, I agree.
And then if that's what you do, and then your gaming is just your hobby, you usually can procure stuff, unusually easy through the internet.
But I don't
like
know
almost
how
anything,
he got away with
you know.
that shit, especially when he had kids.
So who knows? Who knows
He
how
had a
resourceful?
wife and kids, and he's
Yeah, he was selling weed, but his mom was helping him too.
Yeah, but let's be honest. Like that's okay. That's okay, and that's probably
Yeah, he was
whatever,
selling weed.
and that's common or whatever. However
and
you get your,
stealing and stealing.
however you
No,
get your
you-
hustle.
look,
That's
no.
not. That's not. I don't agree
Look,
with that.
hey, wait. I'm sure y'all Long Island. That's my godchild, right? My godchild, right? I'm loving him to death.
real
right?
life.
This bitch come
It's
to
real
New
life
Orleans.
gaming
The
experience.
motherfucker come to New Orleans to visit, right? The nigga steals my motherfucking ring, nigga.
Oh no!
He stole my fucking pinky ring, a diamond ring, nigga. He stole it.
So like, let's move him out of the category of gamer and into the
I got
category of
something on
just
that guy.
generally not a cool
you're
dude.
dealing with a fucking crook.
Yeah, like, no wonder he plays video games all
He
day.
ain't gotta work. He
But
be
you don't
stealing
define
shit.
what every gamer is. He's like one guy.
Oh no! Wait, hold on,
He
wait.
does a lot
Don't
of
get
shitty stuff.
don't get it twisted. I didn't say all gamers was fucked up. Wait, y'all taking that wrong?
There's a couple wild
I played
motherfuckers
all
out
kinds
there.
of
Boy, you happen to know
It's
one.
fine
Yeah,
to
I
know,
said-
and it's just
we were
saying.
just
What I
making
said
a
was
joke.
some people
You
do.
gotta. It's
No.
it's a hobby. It's an entertainment.
Yeah,
thing,
and but like you said
you
earlier
still got
too.
a life outside of that.
Well, and what you said earlier makes sense too. The good part is, guess what? That's 4 hours you ain't watching television.
Yeah.
You understand?
Oh, video game is way more
I preach that.
interactive.
I preach for you to do that than watch TV. TV is a fucking mind controller. TV is what got everybody
You're right.
fucked up.
Yeah.
TV is
That's-
what got
that's
everybody
my
hating each other.
substitute. I don't
But
watch
season
much
Yeah,
three-
TV.
I'd
I don't watch
no,
many
I'd much
movies.
rather
I
see
play
y'all
Oh,
play
Stranger
game instead at home.
Things came out on the 4th.
Did you watch it?
I smashed through it
So many people did.
that
Stranger Things?
day. I know I ain't supposed to be watching TV, but
TV
it's
is a
so good.
ruination of the brain, my nigga. What show you was watching?
Stranger Things, dog, season 3.
Oh God, here we go.
Oh, you
My do-
sleeping?
Man, sleep. Man, you can't pay me to watch none of that dumb ass
What?
shit.
I agree with Unc on
You're not
Stranger
gonna get my
Things.
motherfucking
I'm not watching
brain,
it.
dog.
I'm
Fuck
never
that.
watching it.
That's
Not
getting
about
my
that,
mind.
but I just agree
Dog,
with
every
that's just
15
shit.
minutes of TV is 15 minutes of commercial. You can see you don't watch the commercials. Guess what? They're getting in your head, dog.
I don't give a fuck about
I
a
know
commercial.
you don't. I know you don't. But that's how they get you.
I'm
'cause you-
cheap. I
Right.
don't just buy shit.
Nigga, you
It
don't
don't
understand.
bother me.
You don't understand.
I got a superpower, nigga.
Yeah, right. Okay. Okay, superpower.
I'm cheap.
He sees through the.
You might be
The
broke.
fuck?
You might be broke, Charlie, motherfucker.
I'm the cheapest nigga you'll meet. A commercial is just
Dog,
fodder.
it's not just. It's the programming of your brain. All that TV shit is to program your fucking mind.
Hey, man.
Watch that motherfucker at your own discretion.
Nah, I feel it. I feel it. I'm just being honest, though.
Well, I pay for a Netflix subscription, yo.
And the win,
No
dog.
commercial.
My daughter and them got hooked on that shit with the Walking Dead thing. Oh, Dad, you really got to get into the.
So you
Walking
tell me you
Dead.
don't
Walking
watch The
Dead is
Walking
great.
Dead?
You
Come
should-
on, man.
Oh,
It's,
goddamn, monkey. What do
just
you
sad.
a
do?
bunch of dead
Then what do
motherfuckers
you
walking
do?
around and get shot and they still kill. They walk around.
What do
get
you
cut
do
up.
then?
I smoke weed.
Okay. Well, then
Hey,
you just chilling.
Okay, and
Yeah,
then
and
I
I-
watch Walking Dead.
Hey, and I might
Did
write.
you know-
I might
did you know-
write
hey,
something. I might read something. I
Did
might
you
go,
know that you can smoke and watch Walking Dead
No, not me.
while you on your Facebook or Instagram all at the same time?
No, not me.
What?
I ain't letting no TV get in my motherfucking head. Fuck them
I'm
people.
just saying, man. It's ways around.
I'd
this,
rather
dog.
go swing a golf club. I'd
That's
rather go
what-
shoot some pool.
What?
I'd rather go chase some mayuca, baruta, moñero, borotos.
What the fuck is that?
I don't know. I just hope it wasn't. I was just hoping it wasn't racialist.
It might have been a little bit.
Well, I don't know. I said racialist because it's just made up, so it could be anything. I don't know if he,
Hey, dog. it's dog-
Rock's liable to just shout out some shit that may be Spanish or may not be. So I don't know.
Cause my shit sure wasn't Spanish.
I know. That was the funny part. You're wild.
That's what makes it questionable. No, I'm just-
So they can't say what the fuck I
shit.
said, cause I don't even know what
That
the
is
fuck
hilarious.
I said.
That is
I
right.
don't even
Right.
know what I said.
Yeah.
I got a song. I got a song on the front of the song. I was shouting my producer out. I said, "Skadibby dibby doo wapu." Prob on the track. Now what the fuck is skadibby dibby doo wap? I had to learn that motherfucker. You heard me?
Is that what he said?
That's what I said. And I've said it in a joking way in the studio. No, I just was throwing shit out there. I said, yeah. And shout out to my nephew, Skabizzy Dibby Doo Wapu Prob on the track. And that's on the beginning of my fucking song if you listen to it. The one I don't give a fuck. A week late on my rent. A month late on my truck. They don't want to see me win. What?
I don't give a fuck. I like that song. I ain't gonna lie.
Just go ahead and play it.
Yeah, let's play that. Let's take a commercial.
Hey, I wasn't trying to throw a cheap. I wasn't trying to throw a cheap plug.
Yeah, no, we are going to though. We're going to. We're gonna take a break. We're gonna take a break, and then Saint's gonna play that tracky track.
Hey, man, y'all are wild.
Yeah.
I'm going to say peace.
You say peace.
Hey, love you,
Yeah.
bro. I can't wait to meet you, bro.
Hey, and thanks again,
All right.
Sam, for
All
real,
right,
man.
Sam.
Hey, I'll see you guys later.
All right,
Keep whipping that ass.
Plug Gaming, DFC Radio.
I don't give. I really don't give a fuck. A week late on my rent, a month late on my truck. They don't want to see me win. What? I don't give. I really don't give a fuck. Money getting tight, life getting rough. People ain't living right. That's why I don't give a fuck. I don't give. I really don't give a fuck. Times are hard, getting harder. Twitching, women be flipping, country slipping, Trump be tripping. How we end up here, I really have no idea. We better fix it before we lose it. With all this hating, Russia waiting for self-destruction of our nation. Gotta face it, they just don't give a fuck. A week late on my rent, a month late on my truck. They don't want to see me win. What? I don't give. I really don't give a fuck. A week late on my rent, a month late on my truck. They don't want to see me win. What? I don't give. I really don't give a fuck. They say I'm crazy. These make lazy. Y'all walking around like y'all driving Miss Daisy. Life is way too short. Got no time to waste. I'm always on my grind. So why all the hate? They feel my heat. It's from the streets. Ain't no way to stop me with all these badass beats. Proud dropping heat. I take it to the street. Even though I got these badass feet. I don't give. I really don't give a fuck. A week late on my rent, a month late on my truck. They don't want to see me win. What? I don't give. I really don't give a fuck. Money getting tight, life getting rough. People ain't living right. That's why I don't give a fuck. I don't give. I really don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck.
DFCRadio.com.
Rocky's tearing up the studio.
Hey, I just did some weird shit. I ain't gonna even get to it.
Rocky is
I don't even
tearing
know what
up the
happened.
studio, and
So is
like
that
a,
that's like
but we're in a China shop.
that's like a fighting game they talking about? It's
Oh
like,
yeah,
Yeah, it's
that's
Dragon
what.
Ball.
Yeah, we don't
like hand-to-hand combat shit.
Well, I mean, you're
Or boxing.
Like, okay, are you familiar with Nintendo characters like Mario, Luigi, Zelda?
Yeah.
Okay, so they like in the game Smash Brothers, which they both said that was their favorite
game, right?
They get those characters and group them up in a thing called it's Super Smash Brothers. It's a tournament of fighting, and like they each get their own like respective like. Link has a sword. Mario shoots a fireball. He has a couple other moves like a flaming uppercut, and then like a punch that like coins pop out. All kinds of stuff like themed to around the character.
Each one starts with 5 characters.
Well, no, you start with your one character. You choose one out of like a slew of like there's like 30 or 40. How many characters are there now? Like it's like 45 or something like that. Or who knows?
I don't know how many.
Sam would know.
Yeah, Sam would have answered that.
Anyways. Should ask this question
and they
before.
just dropped a couple new characters.
A lot of characters that are all Nintendo related in some aspect. So it's like the greats from back in the day, Donkey Kong, Mario, like I said, all the way up until like the newer characters and like some of the Fire Emblem games, which are a little bit newer. Anyways, you just go into a tournament of fighting and you get to choose your favorite character and then you get to smash, and that's like what you're doing is they have a percentage gauge. And when they get to a higher percentage, they're smashable, which means if you like hit them with a smash attack, it will knock them completely off the arena. And then they do like some like unusual thing where they hit the screen or like fly all the way to the background and like disappear into the sky or something like that. And like that's like the final like moment of their existence for that character. So you get 3 characters.
Oh, that's
and
what
the
I was
first
thinking.
to lose 3 characters.
3, yeah.
3 we call them stocks.
He said he had lost 2 of his characters.
Yeah, so we call them stocks. You get a
Right.
stock and you get 3 stocks, and that's like tournament rules. Sam plays in tournaments, so that's where
He's
Sam.
talking about Dragon Ball though.
Oh, are you talking about Dragon Ball? Or are you talking about?
He's talking about Dragon
Oh,
Ball.
we were talking
No,
about Smash
talking
Brothers. Your
talking
the
about
favorite
Smash
game you
Brothers.
guys both said.
No, what?
Yeah, the one you played, the one you lost in, right? You said you had lost 2 of your men. You only had one man left.
Okay, so
that was
that's in
Dragon
Dragon Ball,
Ball.
which you do get multiple different characters though. So you do get 3 different characters. We were talking about Smash Brothers, I thought, but anyways, Dragon Ball is similar, where you get 3 characters, each get 1 life. Are you don't want to?
And you said you were down.
Enlighten Unc on
I
what your
thought you was
situation.
blasting them.
player?
Like, okay, we'll just think. You start off with you choose 3 characters. It could be you could actually choose the same character
Explain
3
to him
times.
Vegeta. So go
Oh, yeah,
ahead.
yeah, you know.
It's National
I'm
Video
gonna get
Game
into
Day.
that,
Go
dog.
ahead and
Don't
get
even
into it.
trip, dog. But you can choose the same character 3 times, and it'll just give you 3 bars of health. Or you can choose different characters. Like I tried that that one character, like 3 different types. That shit is it takes away from the game. The trade out really is a
But it makes
buffer.
it more for competitive.
Yeah,
Makes it more
like-
competitive.
Yeah, because it's a buffer. But to just choose a single character, it's a
For
head
instance,
of fate.
you could just go Goku 3 bars and then
and
you're
just
God
work a
mode.
motherfucker over. But at the same time, I don't want to get into that, dog.
At the same time, the fun part of the game is you get multiple characters.
I will knock a skull loose with Goku. I thought Vegeta was my best character. He's my favorite character. But Goku, I don't know why. He's just that guy.
What Vegeta use? A sword?
No, he.
No, these guys are just, like,
hands. These
above
are all
more-
Oh,
hands.
these
they're-
are all hands.
they
These
are-
no weapons.
Okay, so it's based off Dragon Ball, and it's these guys that are so in tune with martial arts and the earth and like in chi, like the energy of the world, that they can form it and deal with it and manage it, and they can make like insane powerful moves with it. So they actually like form energy balls to fight with in this huge world that's been going on forever.
You don't know what Dragon Ball
Yeah,
Z
it's
is?
huge. It's really huge. It's like
I wasn't a little boy when that came out.
No, nigga, that's some new
yeah.
shit.
No, I
compared to that.
mean, yeah.
Nigga, I ain't had no time.
He
for
didn't
no
watch
game.
TV.
Fuck. I don't have time for no game. I was out there hustling.
What?
Fuck.
I hustle. I play.
That's the thing. You can hustle playing video
I
games.
play
man.
golf, dog. I make money playing golf for real.
Oh yeah,
though.
you was out there hustling,
Yeah,
motherfuckers. I
that's
get it
real
now.
good.
But I mean, you could do that in Dragon Ball. Like if you
I
really
mean,
think
yeah,
you
if I
that guy.
think like you say, it's all in the hood that you in. If I would have had friends that was playing that shit at that time,
Correct.
I probably would have got into it with them.
Yeah.
Correct.
But I didn't have no friends that was stroking on. I was playing Texas Hold'em poker and shit more than I would play video games.
Oh,
shit
y'all
like
was all
that.
about money.
Money and games.
Yeah.
Fucking each other
Big-
over.
yeah.
I know you gotta pay your rent,
and
Charles.
honestly,
but-
you know,
Poker, all that shit.
I don't want to make any assumptions though, but I mean, like, also then there wasn't so much time to be a kid.
Yeah, a lot. Real.
We're what we consider being a kid today.
Right,
Where
right.
like you grew up fast.
Yeah, I was 18. I was
Yeah.
in Vietnam.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, right, exactly. Like that's a fucking great thing, you know.
I was 18 in Vietnam, so yeah,
and
you
and
damn
yeah,
sure
we
right.
like and we thank you for for your service too. Like there
Yeah.
was a confusion about Rocky saying Veterans Day. We always respect my
I
father.
know
my
he-
father
I
was a
know-
veteran too. So.
Yeah, Rock very respectful man.
Yeah.
I already know.
But you know,
bro.
yeah, exactly. So and now that type of stuff affords kids to be kids and get to enjoy the time where you actually get to enjoy it
Right.
and don't have to already like you said hustle and get money.
Yeah, but when I was in my 19 and 20 years old, my mind was so fucked up from the war.
I could not
Yeah,
even imagine.
I had no video game whatsoever in mind.
Yeah, I mean,
And then when they came out with the ones where it was actual shooting and combat and shit, I was still PTSD out, so I didn't even want to fuck with them. I started with the football a little bit when Madden and them came out with very little, but Katrina hit and fucked that up.
oh wow, yeah.
So.
But
But
Unc, you've been through it all, man.
yeah, it's all good, man. Shit, if it wouldn't happen, I wouldn't be here. You know what I'm
No,
saying?
we
real
respect
shit,
you
though.
being
Hey,
here.
shout out to your listeners. Look, let me
We
preach.
respect you being here, man.
Let me preach to them right quick, one little quick minute.
All right.
Y'all gonna go through shit in your life, my nigga. That's what life's about, ups and downs, dog. If you ain't doing nothing, you're not gonna have a hater in your life. You got to get out there and be productive with your goals. You got to go through doors, and doors are gonna slam on you a lot of times. And when shit happen and make you think everything is fucked up, that's when God is opening another door for you. Don't run from the future. Embrace the future. You got challenges gonna come your way. Face them challenges and kick them in the motherfucking ass.
There it is.
Yeah, I can't argue that. That's
Yeah.
Liddy.
I am fully behind that. I don't think it can be said much better. So we were talking about favorite games, and we were all answering some questions, and then activities and this and that, like what people like to do. So there's some surveys, 1,000 people, and it's just some questions about gaming, like what's the best gaming console, Rock?
Sega Dreamcast.
Okay.
Part of PlayStation. They rival each other.
Okay, so the PlayStation. Okay, I would say PlayStation 2, as well, and PlayStation's number one. 38% said PlayStation, but really, like Xbox was really close.
What?
They were really close. Yeah, they were like tied basically, and Nintendo was third.
Over the Dream. See, Dreamcast,
Dreamcast
number
didn't make
one.
the list because
Dreamcast number one slept on system ever created.
Yeah,
For real, they fucked themselves over. That was the
Yeah.
cool part. It was so good, and they gave you a world
but
that
since,
you could manipulate to the point you fucked off a whole company, people.
But if
Respect
Dreamcast,
Sega.
but if well, the piracy, nobody paid for games, and it ruined it. And
It's all a
it was
hustle.
I
too
can't
easy.
even be mad because I
was
did
too
it
easy.
too.
It was too easy.
I can't even lie, and I believed in hard copies of shit, but the shit I didn't care for. Hey,
Yeah, well, because what happened was it needed to be it needed to be something that forced you to be online because
Yeah.
it did have the online capabilities, but all the games were single player, so it was like okay,
Fantasy
And
Star
just-
Online shout out is coming
I know
back.
we're playing
Let's
that.
go.
So
So how old y'all think y'all gonna be playing games? So you're
I'm a
16?
gaming
well,
until
I
I
have
can't
children,
anymore.
so
Till 80 something?
I have another guaranteed 18 years, which I'm super happy about.
So how old are you?
So I'll just get away with that.
How old are you now?
I'll actually be 32 or 33.
Wait a minute.
I can't, yeah. I'll be 33 in August.
Rock, how old are you?
I'm like one of those guys
33,
that
I'll be 34 in December.
I'm like one of those guys
think.
that like, age
Oh,
is
yeah.
just
Saying, how old are you?
It's just a number.
36.
You
Well,
don't
y'all
need to
all
keep
right the
track.
same age.
You
Yeah.
don't need to keep track of it.
Yeah.
Honestly, once I turn 21, like age, I don't even fucking pay attention anymore. I can
Yeah.
drink and smoke and do whatever bad things I want to do.
Okay. You're a man. Okay, you're a man. Okay, you got it, dude.
I'm just saying, like, I didn't care. Like, I stopped giving a fuck. I'm 21.
You
A.
didn't give a fuck before you made
Right,
21.
yeah,
Stop lying, motherfucker. Shit.
I think that's a
Lies, sack
mindset.
of
That's
shit.
definitely a mindset you don't just like acquire once
Yeah,
you
right,
hit 21.
right. I hit
Well, I'm
21. I don't give a fuck. No, motherfucker. You was in
Nah.
kindergarten. You wasn't giving a fuck.
Nah, I didn't have to steal
believe
this
that.
shit. You know?
You probably was jacking kids in kindergarten. Give me that fucking milk, motherfucker. You don't need all that milk.
I wasn't that type of bully in school. I was a bully, but not like to rob and beat you up bully. It was more like, can I make you destroy yourself?
I don't know. I wasn't a bully, but like, I didn't take shit. Like, there was people that were just like, you know, shitty and not necessarily like in the category of like you know, they would have to take shit from people, and I always like to give those people shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Right.
And like, so I wasn't really like a bully. I mean, I guess maybe like there might have been one or two instances where you could be like, yeah, that was like bullying. But like, I like rolled to my homies' rescue a lot too when they were being bullied. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, by, you know, kids that were bigger or whatever. Like, I didn't like, you know, I played sports, but I didn't hang out with anybody that played sports. Like, I hung out with motherfuckers that playing video games and fucking trading cards and shit. Like, we played AD. My brother like got me on Advanced Dungeons and Dragons, you know, when I was young. Like, they were playing, you know, that type of shit. So I hung out with a different group. So I don't know.
And
Bullying's weird though. Bullying's weird. There's like a unusual weird place for like not bullying, but like the kind of behavior that goes with it, like to a degree, like where kids need to like have that.
It's a part of life. It's not gonna always go away.
You
You gotta
know
be
what I
able
mean?
to
Like,
handle. You gotta be able to handle some shit.
It's
if
like
you
more of a
didn't have
life
a bully,
experience thing.
I don't know
but
what
like,
the hell is
but
going
like,
on in your life.
But like a kid that,
But
like a kid that can't take it, like that excessive, like abusive.
Right,
you know,
got to
to
step
something,
up. Yeah,
that
and
is
then
like,
that's when you step up and
yeah,
say,
that's
man,
just
that's enough.
ridiculous.
But
like
you said it earlier when you said about the
is
dude.
for character
When you said
carving.
about the guy who beat the woman, who was fighting with the woman, you said
Yeah.
you wouldn't stand for that. You was gonna have to.
Yeah,
hang
that's
beside
just
his head.
ridiculous, yeah.
Exactly. That's a man. That's what a man would do. A
right.
lot of motherfuckers nowadays would
Yeah.
watch that shit happen, pull his phone out and video it.
Yeah,
But
no,
a
like,
real nigga ain't gonna watch that shit.
Yeah.
A real nigga step up to the plate. You
Yeah.
see a child getting abused,
Oh,
a
yeah.
real nigga ain't gonna watch that shit.
Well, there's like a level
You're
of
gonna step
like,
up at some point and
yeah.
say, man, you can't fucking do that in front of me.
Yeah,
dog.
well,
I
there's
can't
like a
let you do
level
that."
of like disciplining
that.
your children and then like going overboard. And
Exactly.
Then, yeah,
I was
you're
at
like,
Alden
fuck,
Park in New
that's-
Orleans, and the
yeah.
white dude was doing that to his kid. They ended up calling the police for me because I got in between it. I said, I'm
Yeah.
not gonna let you hit this fucking
It's a
kid like
tricky-
you fucking beating this kid, man.
Yeah,
But
that's
that
it's
was
a tricky.
years ago.
That's tricky.
That was before child abuse had gotten to that
Right.
point where they
Child
really
abuse
started-
is it's kind of
Nowadays-
crazy now too.
Yeah, nowadays you touch that child on you,
Yeah.
but that was before when you used
Right.
to spank your children.
Right.
But I mean, you can't get your ass beat no more. Like,
No, you can.
I'm
You
about to
can.
say, what the fuck?
Corporal-
No, this dude was going overboard
Yeah,
on his
corporal
kid,
punishment.
man.
Let
Fuck.
them know now that if I have children, they ass will get beat.
Yeah,
for
but
being
no, this
dumb,
nigga was
Like-
he
doing
was
dumb
going
shit.
There's just a level to
Right,
it.
exactly,
Like,
exactly.
Yeah, a spanking or like getting
An
whipped with a
abuse.
belt is
And-
one
no,
thing.
he was putting his hands
and
on
then,
this
yeah,
kid.
and then like walking
I'm not
away
gonna
with like
box my
bruises
kid
and you're
up,
bleeding
whatever.
and weird shit, like, you know, or punching in the face. First of all,
Hello,
you don't
thank
hit
you.
a kid in
Thank
the face.
you.
Yeah, that's
You
stupid.
don't punch a
Well,
kid.
that's what he was doing,
You don't
slapping
punch.
his fucking kid, backhand
you
slapping
just-
his kid.
Yeah, or in the
Like that.
face. You don't like.
Like
yeah,
that.
I've had
Yeah,
my
fuck
ass
that, dog. I
whooped.
couldn't watch that.
But my dad, like, he was just. It was like you don't.
Nigga, my mom hit me with a pool stick.
Like
Fuck.
you get, yeah. I've been hit with, I've been hit with like closest object. I'm not even sure what it was. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah,
But
I
like,
got my ass
but like,
beat.
there's
I got
there's
some stories
I
y'all
was-
want to hear.
But I was never like hit in the face or like you know what I mean. It was out of discipline, not to fucking whoop your fucking ass down to like you know like beat you the fuck up like how a
Right,
person
right,
that
to
was trying
cripple
to
you, right.
like fight you would do. Like it wasn't
You
a
said
fight.
cripple you?
Yeah, but like, what do you think of when a grown man punches a kid in the face happens?
Thank you.
Like, what do you mean?
Knock a
You
toot
know,
out that
yeah,
kid's mouth,
What do you
man.
think
Fuck
happens?
that.
Like, it's not meant to be like that. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
My
a grown
mom,
man
my
can take
mama
a
would
punch
beat
from a
us.
grown man.
We had a stepdaddy. He wouldn't put his hands on, but my mom would beat us like we was fucked. Like
I've
a
had my ass
motherfucker.
whipped by my mom.
Trying to whip your ass.
Shit, I didn't got my.
Yeah,
ass
here's the thing
beat.
though. My dad was fucked up from the war, so like, you know, he just ruled with discipline. My mom got you with like cerebral tactics. She was fast, and like she knew like
She
she had to
just
step on
reacted,
you. Yeah,
bro.
if she had to
Fuck.
step on you, you were done.
that
And
was
if not, you
close?
could be like, because I wouldn't run from my dad, but I'd run from my mom. But if my mom caught you, ooh, it was over. It was over. Where you would just be like, fuck, I'm not running this next time. Okay, like this is just too much, because you know. Your pops lay
running
into
wasn't
it.
an
Your
option
mom's
in my
gotta
house.
your mom's gotta warm you up a little bit. It like doesn't start hurting, like it doesn't hurt right away, and then you're just like not reacting, and then she's like, all right.
Oh, okay, he could take
Okay.
it.
Your pops already knows right off the bat, and he already like makes sure he already knows where like the sweet spot is to really just where you can't take it, and you're just like, no, I'm done.
Get that ass beat.
Yeah, just like, but that's discipline, and it was always out of discipline, and that's where I think where it gets lost. Where some parents probably may be frustrated or stressed, and they can't deal with their children properly, and it gets into this weird, abusive part where it's like the kid didn't really do anything, or it's not really that big of a deal.
Honestly,
and it's
I've seen mean motherfuckers
and
before that just go in on
their
their kids, but I ain't never experienced no shit like that.
Who knows?
But I had some homies who was going through it. It was whatever.
Okay. See what I mentioned this early. Rock was about to bless us with a.
Oh, I was just saying, like,
Anyways, we talked about our favorite video games, and this survey says what's the best video game franchise, and what do you think's on the top of the list? But guess best franchise.
Best franchise.
So like series of games, game series.
That people.
No, that you. What's yours? What do you think's on the top of the list? And then is it the same?
It's got to be Mario.
And would that be yours?
Mine, no.
Okay, it's Mario.
Yeah, it has to be.
And what's yours?
Mine,
Mario's number one.
Smash Bros. Though.
You say that?
Not on the list.
Smash Brothers.
Yeah, see,
Smash Brothers is new.
It's too new. I think it's too new for these guys. It's too new.
Smash Brothers.
we got Mario up there with just crushing.
Was Zelda second, huh?
Zelda? No, Zelda's 6.
What?
Yeah. Before that, Call of Duty.
What?
Donkey Kong.
Donkey Kong. Get out. I love
Grand
Donkey
Theft
Kong.
Auto.
Grand Theft Auto, I could give it number 2.
Pokemon.
I could give it number
Zelda.
3. Ooh.
Sonic the Hedgehog, Final Fantasy, Halo, Crash Bandicoot. And this is
my God. 2 and 3 were just stupid, dog.
Donkey Kong?
Dude,
Why you hating on fucking Donkey Kong?
It ain't gonna fucking outdo like a Zelda or a Kingdom Hearts or nothing like that. What the fuck? Come on.
Sam guessed Final Fantasy. No, Sam, Final Fantasy is number 8.
Man, this nigga hating on Donkey Kong.
I'm not even.
Yeah, I'm not even surprised about that because it is like a huge. It's a huge.
You don't give nothing to the past.
It's a huge.
Donkey Kong ain't in the past no more. He's still swinging.
But that's what I'm saying.
But he was from the past though too.
But that's my.
He
that's
come back.
Zelda was in the past too.
But that's kind of my
what
point.
Zelda is?
That's my point.
Zelda number 6. He was in the past.
I never knew it was this. I ain't never seen
I'm
it.
just saying, but Call of Duty?
Link.
I'm
Yeah,
just
you
saying.
do,
Oh
because
yeah, I
they
know
knew-
my bad, Link. But I'm saying, but number 2, Call of Duty?
It's
The fuck out of here, dog. Don't get me wrong. Call of Duty is a great game, dog. Like it's Call of Duty, but it's just fucking Call of Duty. And
It's
that's
not-
Just
but
You're looking at the games that's
But it's
now.
franchise,
And
but
they
it's
weren't
franchise.
around when that survey was done, more or less.
No, this survey is new.
That survey ain't that fucking new. I
It's
bet
brand
you.
new.
Yeah, it's brand new. It popped up today for the Gamer Day thing.
Yeah, but the games.
It's on a
how long
website.
those
It's on a
games been out?
website. It's
How
on a
long-
website that does surveys for the holiday.
How long those games been out that he's talking about? How long? Smash?
Okay, so Call of Duty or Smash
no,
Brothers,
Smash
fuck,
Brothers.
98 since 98.
It's been out that
98.
fucking long?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. But the
Yeah,
thing is, the problem with
see?
it, the problem with it is that it encompasses 70% of this list.
Yeah.
The characters
And
on
that's
this
why
list
it's
are on
just
Smash
definitely
Brothers.
that game.
So Super Mario Brothers, character on Smash Brothers. Donkey Kong, characters on Smash Brothers. Pokemon, characters on Smash Brothers.
Wow.
Zelda, characters on Smash Brothers. Sonic, characters on Smash Brothers. Final Fantasy, characters on Smash Brothers. Crash Bandicoot, is he on?
No,
I
not
mean,
yet.
is he on Smash Brothers?
No, not yet.
No, but there was talks maybe.
Yeah, but there's talks
Okay,
about
so
that.
anyways,
trying to get him.
yeah. So anyways, that's a lot, and
Wow.
that could be why though, because it's really just borrowed from all these other great franchises,
Yeah, I can't argue that.
and
but it
the
just-
franchise really is just Nintendo.
But that's
you
why
know?
it's just that game.
It's legendary for sure. It should that should somehow get on the list, regardless, you know. Anyways,
And Pac-Man didn't make nothing, no?
Pac-Man. These are like, unfortunately, like Crash Bandicoots, like, or you know, that type of game has just been so good that they're
They
like the
killed it.
replacements of it. Yeah, because
Sam just texted that he
Three-dimensional.
agrees 100% with the list. It's his favorite list so far.
he didn't text that. He's listening too, for sure. But here, Unc, you're gonna like this one. You're gonna like this one. How often? This is a survey they did for 1,000 people. How often do you play video games? And the number one response was every day. It didn't give a time. It was every day. 31. Well, no, but okay, interesting. The second response though, number 2, is the same percentage essentially, off by 1%, and it says rarely. And then there's another 23% that lie in 2 to 3 times a week.
Yeah.
So if you either play every day or rarely.
If you playing 2 or 3 times a week, I don't think you're a real gamer.
Ooh, I like that.
Yeah, I don't think you're a gamer. I think you just
Stinking casuals.
Yeah, it's like a golfer. If you play in the golf ball 2 days a week, you're really not a golfer. I'm gonna be honest.
I like
with
that.
you.
I like that.
I'm
I
gonna be
like that.
honest
I
with
like
you.
that. I do. I like that.
Yeah,
Unc
You
has
play
a
golf.
keen
You play golf,
understanding.
but you're not a golfer. I'll put it like that.
Yep,
You know what I'm saying? So you can play games, but don't be a gamer. Don't take it
Right.
the wrong way. No hate.
Right. No.
These dudes committed, man. If you playing 4 or 5 days a week, you committed.
Yeah.
You giving this game, you know. And I preach that whatever you want to do, if you want to be great at something, you got to give it the time. The more you do something, the better you get at it. That's the bottom line. You play that game that much, you will get better and better every time you. And you play people that's better than you, because that's when you learn. When you getting your ass whipped, is when you learn lessons. You learn from them who's beating you.
We learn. Yeah, you learn that. Well, you learn that from sports when you're,
Yeah,
from
and
when
then
you
start
get started.
kicking his ass after you practice so much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're like wondering why the fuck yesterday when I was playing
Right.
these guys I was so good, and now today I'm fucking terrible.
Exactly.
And then you're like, dude, that's the difference. These guys are fucking actually just better. And then you're like, okay, and then you learn some of these things that they do. And then you go play, and then you go play somebody else, and you're like, okay, this shit works. Okay,
right.
I'm doing really better.
I gotta
and then,
put that in my game now.
Yeah, and it's that's how you really learn, and you're not learning by like sitting there watching. You're learning because it's being done to you.
You got to get your ass whipped.
You're in the.
You want to be a great
You're
pool
on the
player.
receiving
You got to
end.
go to the pool hall, and you
Right.
got to go play that motherfucker
you
that been in
fucking
that pool
lose.
hall for
Right.
30 years.
And you
and,
lose.
and he got to whip your ass.
Yeah.
Now the catch to that is the guy who's been in that pool hall for 30 years, the one who's whipping everybody's ass, he's not gonna play you till you get to a level of some kind of decency.
Right.
He's not gonna give you the knowledge that he has off of all them 30 fucking years for free. You got to get to that table and put some money on the motherfucking table, nigga. For me to show you my real game, I'm not gonna show you my real shit till you put money on that fucking table. And then it got to be money to my level. If we shooting $2-3, I'm gonna let you win. Nigga, you can win all night $2-3. Let's play 25. Let's play 50 a game.
I mean, are we
fucking stick
just
on
talking
step,
about
nigga.
extortion and
I'm gonna just tell you the real, dog. I'm gonna
Wow.
just tell you the real, dog. That's how the
Okay.
game goes.
That's the game. That's
the
the
game
that's
in
the
life.
game. That's the real game.
If you're a real gamer and I play you game, and I'm gonna let you win a couple of games and see how much. Now let's bet. Now let's put some money on the fucking table.
Yeah.
My game's supposed to step up when money hit the table. If not, I'm not
There's money on the table for these gaming,
and that's when the motherfucking
and
games you
that's
practice.
the one thing about gaming though in these tournaments is that like even on the low levels you have to be at such a high top tier all the time
Because you don't know who you're gonna walk up on.
because you don't know who you're gonna and you don't know and gaming can get real like sports too where pool and that kind of your behaviors are a little bit more controllable but like there's this unusual like any given day type thing even with gaming where like you might not be the best player, and then like you've always been decent and you've stuck around, like a sixth man when he goes off. You know what I mean? When he comes in off the bench and like has the fucking game of his life. Like gamers have those moments where you're like, oh, I'm just a mediocre casual guy that's okay, and then for some
They beat the best motherfucker.
you have
in
a
the
game.
Yeah.
You have a game where you're just like
God
hitting
moment.
headshots.
You know,
yeah, like
it's
destroying
like Texas
people.
Hold'em. You see these guys that are the pros in Texas
Yeah.
Hold'em, and then you see some dude who ain't been playing for no
And he just
couple
won.
of years,
Yeah.
and he step up and he said, "How the fuck this motherfucker beat?"
Yeah.
Because you never know on any
exactly.
given day.
And it's like
motherfucker
if
whip
you
your ass.
right with
like
gaming,
football,
like
yeah,
like football, but like it's just like because you know how to do it, you know you have good game sense or good knowledge of the game. Eventually, like that comes around for you in the moment, whether you're like high quality, like competitive or not. So you get these moments which make it like that's why gaming's so fun because like you can like creep into these like higher tier levels of gameplay and you're like, oh, I'm not even like a sweaty guy, but like
You
I just
get
did
in there.
something that is relatable to that, like I don't know, making a sweet one-handed catch, but like you're not really a receiver or whatever, you know what I mean? Like it's just something you can like partake in and not really be, about that where gaming 2 or 3 times a week might, be that little dip into
Yeah, where
that
you can get
life.
enough-
Exactly.
yeah,
So
yeah.
you're like, okay, cool, but you're like, this is what I see like in the canyon when you see like people riding their motorcycles on the weekend, like the weekend warriors, like you can't really live the life but you can
Every
put
now
the
and then-
vest
every now
on
and
on
get
the
out
week
there.
on the
Yeah,
weekend
yeah,
and take
yeah.
a
And
long
go
ride to
walk,
the
though.
canyon
And
and
enjoy
go walk.
yourself. Yeah,
you know, and
enjoy
enjoy
yourself.
yourself exactly. And but unfortunately, some games don't really lean into that, where like you are kind of forced to be, you know, putting in 4 hours or 6 hours, maybe even nightly, to like stay up with what
Right,
is
for
currently
the current
happening.
shit that changes.
Yeah, for the shit that's changing. So gaming can get crazy, and like probably the game that your nephew was playing was probably Fortnite. And
Might have
unfortunately,
been,
it's
might have been. I
it's
could call- I
it's
need to
free.
call it-
What if it
It's
was
free.
Minecraft?
I need,
It's
to,
free.
I need to get his
Oh,
little ass
It's
on
free
the phone.
and it's wicked. No, I don't know if that's. I
Yeah,
don't
he'll
really
call it and
I don't
tell
want to
him
hear
what
what you have
fucking
to
life.
say.
Look, he's
He
doing
like, hey,
right
man,
now.
I got caught
Look,
up in-
right now he's doing great, dog. He's off the drugs. He don't fuck with nothing no more.
Okay, that's
Yeah,
good.
He's
That's
got
good.
2 kids. He's raising them good. Now
That's
he's,
good.
What happened was his pa didn't give up on him. They took him. They moved him out of California. He was in Ontario.
Okay.
They moved him
Ooh,
to.
yeah.
But wait, guess where they moved him to? Tennessee.
Oh, jeez.
Tanner fucking say.
I had a buddy that.
But it
went
paid
to
off in the
Tennessee,
long run. It
and that
paid
was-
off.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that's
But,
good.
and,
That's
but
good.
let me tell you, I was on heroin at 19 years old, my nigga. I was out of Vietnam with heroin.
Okay.
So I can't judge nobody. My
Right.
godchild went
There's
through
no
what he went
judgment.
through.
There's no
Everything
judgment.
you go through in life is for a reason.
Gamers don't. There's not a lot of judgment.
Oh,
from
wait,
the gaming
wait.
community.
I was judging the little motherfucker when he stole my fucking ring.
No, I
was
got
ju-
you. I got you. I'm just saying, like, on life, like, things that happen in life and hardships, there's a lot of, like, understanding. Because the gaming community just, like, really incorporates, like, a large, very broad spectrum of people's
yeah, oh,
lifestyles.
yeah, yeah.
Just everything. And then
It's crazy.
gaming,
the
and
backgrounds.
then gaming is this thing that, like, for instance, exactly.
Connects people. It
Yeah,
connects
you
people.
could be like, I could be with the nerdiest dude ever, like just doesn't
Right,
know
right,
anything
right.
but unless it's computers, and the most street guy ever, and he knows nothing but the streets and how to fucking hustle and get his,
Right,
and
right.
everybody's a threat. But then when we're playing the video game, these motherfuckers
Everybody's
are working
equal.
together.
Everybody's
all
equal,
homies.
Yeah.
Oh, what's up, dog? What'd you say? Where you was at? Okay, you know what I mean? And
Like,
like,
straight up.
shit doesn't matter.
And
They're
then
more
you start
concerned about the
meeting
game.
people in real life and be cool with them and
Right,
shit. Like
right.
you
Yeah,
meet
you
them
build
online.
relationships.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
you know,
really
gaming
it's-
really is a
it really
huge-
transcends. It's like music. It's
Man.
like other sources of entertainment, art, where you're not sure like what the other person's life is really like, but you have this common thread and you share it, and then you get to view it and then and experience it, and then you that's what allows you guys to talk. Otherwise, you would never talk.
Right.
You would see that guy on the street and be
That-
like, "I'm
Man,
not
that-
fucking talking to that guy."
I sure ain't fucking with that
You
nerdy
know what I mean?
motherfucker.
I'm not fucking with it, but like,
Or
on-
with that
yeah.
gangster looking motherfucker.
Yeah, right. And then, then you're on the playing the game, and then
Right,
none
the
of
nicest dude in the world.
Yeah, none of it's exactly. And you guys are talking, having a good time. Like there's other instances where like, yeah, it's not so nice, and people are talking shit, but like you also are like playing something competitive. So it happens both ways, and you get that in regular life too. So it's very social. It's very social. Gaming is very social.
Have you ever listened to the background of some of your friends' like lives as you were playing?
Yeah.
And in the background,
Yeah.
you'd be like, ooh,
Mikey's the best.
oh shit.
His chick will just be like, "Oh, are you serious? Are you fucking serious? Be a fucking man. Be a man, Mikey." And I'm just like, "Oh, are you all good, dog? Are we cool?" He's like, "Yeah, I fucking shit. What is she? I don't think like she needs to wait." And I'm like, "Dude, like I'll wait. Like we just won't drop this one. I'll wait." And he's like, "No." I was like, "Dude, it's not worth it. Like it's not worth it." But all that stems from other things. Like if you just take care of your shit and and are handling your shit really, there's nothing to complain about, and then you should be good. Unless the other person just totally is miserable, and then that's not your fault.
Man.
And shout out to the dudes, like you said, too, the ones that's only playing 2 days a week.
Yeah.
Shout out to him for realizing that he can only do that 2
Yeah.
days a week.
And not
just still-
pushing it.
And still
Yeah.
handling
Yeah,
his
you respect it.
responsibility and still being competitive.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
we have like meetup, like dude, I play nightly, and it's like if you met up, like it's the same dudes I played basketball with, like pickup basketball,
Yeah.
or like played a sport with in high school. Like it's the same dude that like, oh, he's like, "Oh man, you play Call of Duty or whatever?" Like, "Oh yeah, I still play." Da da da. Okay, now I play with these people that I've known. You know what I mean, for a long period of my life. And then I also meet new people, but like
It's funny.
It's kind of like a meetup in some way too. You're talking, you're shooting the shit, I
I feel like the growth in in gaming since it became a real thing, like where it's like gaming is gaming.
Gaming is now entering pop culture. Yes.
Yeah, now like I feel like the future is gonna be like us, the old men playing video games, and then it's gonna be like even older people like playing games.
It already is like that, man.
You think
like
so?
that's what I'm saying. Like I'm gonna be
I know
playing
JP
I'm gonna be playing like Destiny 3. Think about that.
AJP really old though.
Hey, think about that. My son's gonna be like 5 or 6 and be able to like somewhat play a game that like he might be playing Destiny.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I might get to play a version of like one of the best games I've played ever.
So would you limit your child's amount of time on the game while he's young?
Hell yeah, he's got responsibilities, man. If
Rock
he's
said
not,
no. Rock said fuck no.
Well, like depending on
It depends
seriously,
on what
like,
you
if,
mean,
If
though.
homie's like straight up 5 and like he went to school and like did whatever thing he has to do, like if that's what we're doing, then that's what we're doing. Sure, like I'm not gonna whatever he wants to do. I'm gonna encourage we're gonna be outside and hanging out. Like that's what we're doing at dark. I mean, if he ain't got anything else going on, I don't really. As long as he's not on the streets.
As long,
Like,
when I was a kid,
Yeah.
My parents kept it 1,000. They was like, "Yo, as long as your shit is handled,
Yeah, that's how I feel.
either you take your ass outside or
Yeah.
you game. I don't care what
Yeah.
you do, but your shit better be handled, and that's how it is.
Yeah. I would
and
say
if you want that shit, you got to get it.
I would say video games kept me out of quite a bit of trouble.
Oh, definitely, dog.
But
Oh my God, I can honestly say it helped save my life.
and I learned a bunch of shit too while doing it.
Because I was wow.
Anyways, let's see what's up. You're gonna like this one, mobile games, and you're gonna like one of the responses on here too. When do mobile gamers, which I don't consider real gamers, like to play games on their phones?
The bathroom.
Okay, yeah, that's on there. Number
Toilet.
one,
Y'all playing games on
not
the toilet.
no,
and
that's
shit.
not at me, but it says that. When do mobile gamers like to play games on their phones? Whenever I'm bored was the number one answer. Of course, that's when you
When
play
I'm taking
video
a
games.
shit.
When I'm watching TV, okay, that doesn't make a lot of sense, but I believe it. Before I go to sleep, that's common. I do that.
That's what I do.
When I'm on the toilet,
Oh.
that was on there.
I'm whipping your ass while I'm
dur-
shitting, motherfucker.
During the breaks at work, so they be sneaking in those gaming hours while at work. Whenever I'm eating,
Whenever I'm eating.
yeah,
I know people who do that.
before I leave for work.
But that's phone gamers. The games are bullshit.
And number 8, here's Rocky's favorite. On my commute to work.
Oh my God. Lord have
Sam.
mercy.
That's Sam's favorite.
On my way to fucking work.
That's insane. Well, I hope that they mean public transportation. And
No, they do not.
I hope, but I know that
They're
they
like,
don't.
no, I just set up the roster and press play. Then I drive. And then I check it if I need to do something at the light.
an egg
I have to stop- I have to stop
and I
at the
gotta hatch
light
an
to
egg.
do it. Sam and James, that was them. Play those stupid ass games while they drive. They're like, no, you set the roster and press play. They fight automatically.
Fuck, dude. Yeah, on my commute to work. That made the list, and that is alarming and scary. And I think we need
That's Pokemon Go for
we need
real.
to rework. We need
So
to
what y'all
rework
think?
the mindset.
What y'all think
here.
about Pokemon?
It's the shit.
I love Pokemon.
I love Pokemon.
I grew up. With
Y'all
Pokemon.
never go looking for them. Y'all never.
Are you
go-
talking about Pokemon Go? No, I got out
No,
of
I
that.
hacked my phone.
Oh, you
so-
was into it for a minute though?
Yeah, I was fucking
Yeah, I
with it.
was
can't
super
lie.
into it.
Y'all used to get out there and go walk.
No, I was
did,
into
I
like
can't lie.
engineering applications, so I made a little spoof app that said that I was at Santa Monica.
But he's
Pier.
still going strong, right?
Oh yeah,
Yeah, it's still doing it.
but like I made apps.
They
that
got
would
a
just
wizard
say,
one now.
It would just say I'm at Santa Monica Pier while I'm at my house, walking around. So I just get like all the good Pokemon in Santa Monica while I'm in
I
Long Beach.
saw him one day in Huntington Beach.
With a bunch of people.
No, Pokemon.
What do you mean? You seen a real one?
I saw him on the pier.
Oh man, like you gotta stop doing those
Yeah.
hallucinations.
that was. Don't trust the
So
acid.
you ever swung a golf club?
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah.
You still do?
Sure.
What?
No, somebody pays me. No, I'm just kidding. I've never been paid to play golf, but I will play golf. I used to play.
Oh yeah.
I just got into golf, literally.
But I would,
Man,
yeah,
we ought
like
to go
I
to
would.
driving range.
I
I
told-
go.
I
I
can
do.
show
I
y'all
go
some
by my
shit,
house all the
dog.
time.
Okay.
He's down the street from my house.
See this guy. Listen to this guy. He's always doing things. He does. He goes fishing. Never calls me. He's going golfing. Never calls me. He's like, oh, I go to Hartwell. I was like, I used to always go to Hartwell.
don't be thinking,
I
dog.
actually hit like a really nice score at Hartwell because it's a pitch and putt, and it's like pretty. It's actually a high
Pitching
high
putt?
quality. Yeah,
Where's that at?
right off of Carson.
It's right by my house down the
Yeah,
street.
it's down the
What-
street from his house.
What days they open? Every day.
Every day.
Every day.
And they're open late because they got lights too.
It's a 9-holer.
It's a 18,
Get the
all
fuck
par
out.
threes. Beautiful.
So what y'all doing after the show? Oh, you got something to do, yeah.
Yeah, today I'm no good this week, but I am definitely in.
And where
into it.
that's at? Let me look that motherfucker up.
Yeah, Hartwell Golf Course. Look it up. But yeah, that was interesting. On my commute to work, before I
Damn, it's
leave
9 minutes
work,
away.
I play when I'm on my
and
way
I'm
to sleep.
eating.
Like,
Yeah,
I
that's
don't
like
know.
me too. And then
I
like,
normally slap myself in the
otherwise I'm
face with my
playing.
phone with it, and I'm like, "Oh, that's the last one."
yeah, when you're like this, it's like oh yeah.
yeah. Knock the shit out of myself, and I'm like, "All right, I'm put this down."
So now y'all gonna mark this date in y'all calendar for next year?
Oh yeah. Then my thing will just come up and say
Y'all need to have a tournament on national, you know
Well,
what I'm saying?
dude, we were, but Sam had to postpone because he's a psychopath. So it's next week,
Next week.
and then we even have September 12th to try it too. So we got.
Let the
multiple
fucking
tries.
commence.
Shut up. Here's some National Video Game Day activities, dude. Rocky's gonna go do a couple of these after the show. He's gonna
This is a lie.
he's gonna dress up. He's gonna dress
Lies.
up or cosplay.
Lies.
He's gonna stage a gaming marathon with his friends,
He's gonna dress up like Bill Cosby.
and he's gonna.
Oh, my
he's gonna. I didn't say stage a freaking.
Don't say it.
I'm
That's
not.
no, that's not
I'm
fair.
not. He wasn't gonna stage some criminal activity.
You might as well have just said it.
He's gonna visit a themed bar because you know that's what they have these days. They actually got fucking bars, you know, which is like defeats the like for me staying in on a weekend night playing video games was like what kept me out of the bar and saved me money. You know, this is where they're getting you. They're getting you out to start drinking and then fucking letting you play video games. That's a double-edged sword. And I don't know. That's entrapment. Sounds like a trap. Rocky.
What?
You can that phone. You
My
can get out
bad,
that
nah.
phone. Get out the phone.
You're visiting a themed bar, aren't you? A video game bar?
Hey man, you pointed
That has
out I'll
arcade?
go.
That has arcades?
Where's that
It's in
at?
Hollywood.
That's
There's
far.
one in Long Beach, too.
Well, send me the address.
And then
I'll slide in there. I'll
also,
even
we
shoot
go
a
to the one
pic, like,
place
bow.
in Cerritos. Or in Lakewood.
Oh
Liquid
yeah.
Mall.
Fucking
Round
one.
Round one.
Hey,
round one,
actually,
you can
I
get
haven't
drink.
been there in a minute, dog. I think
I
I'm
know.
going wow.
Should go there.
Let's go, dog.
Used
Can
to
go
be-
knock some fucking skulls
we used-
loose.
Okay. All right.
Hey man, Tekken and Street Fighter. That's
I
how
got-
I get down.
I got you. If you put it in context. I got you. What's up here? What do you love most about video games, Rocky? I'm getting down to the real nitty gritty. I want to know the real Rock.
I don't know. Like video games, it's a part of my life now.
It's
I don't
a
really.
lifestyle, dog.
I really don't know. Like,
But you say you ain't been gaming that much lately.
hey, I've been busy just working though, so I can continue to game. That's why, dog. See, I'm trying to tell you, if you don't work to game, how can you game? This is real life shit.
But you gotta
dog.
buy
So
new
real.
tapes.
So real.
But you gotta buy what?
No, it's just gaming. Like you got to make sure
He's got to
you can
pay for
afford
the
game.
internet. He's got to pay for his fucking
Yeah.
online capabilities to play games with his friends.
Yeah, you got to pay for all that
You
shit.
gotta pay
That's
for the
why
new games,
I
the
don't
new
know
updates.
how he was getting away with this shit. And then
Fortnite.
you ended up explaining
Yeah, he was
to us that he
yeah.
was wild.
slinging and
Fortnite.
stealing and shit.
Yeah, he was out there getting it.
Yeah.
Championship edition.
Yes, indeed.
I respect his hustle.
I did too till he took my motherfucking ring. I ain't gonna never forget that shit though.
And I wouldn't forget it either.
Yeah.
But you can't be mad at him because he was wild.
But wait, I got it back, and guess what? After he got his life together and they moved to Tennessee and he started raising his fucking children, I gave it back to him.
Oh, okay.
Damn.
He got his shit together. Okay.
Exactly. It was for him. It was for him. It was for him all the time. When I had bought it a long time, that was my godchild.
Oh, okay.
I have no son. I only have a daughter, so it was gonna be passed to him anyway. So I told him that from when he was fucking younger. You didn't have to steal the motherfucker. Just wait, do right, nigga. Get a job and go to work. I'm gonna give you the fucking ring. Fuck. And the bad part, guess what? This kid was an awesome fucking football player, dog. He was a motherfucker. He was a wide receiver, right? In high school. Check this story out. He was a wide receiver in high school. Their back got hurt for the championship game.
Okay.
I flew up for the championship game, right?
Okay.
They put this nigga in the backfield. He scored 3 touchdowns in the first half.
Ooh.
He ran for 3 fucking touchdowns in the first half.
Nice. He's just
So
a beast.
But he couldn't make the grade, so he couldn't get
Yeah,
in
he
college.
can't play, man.
Oh, yeah, that's reality.
He couldn't get
dog.
in college. He couldn't do the fucking book work.
Sometimes you got to say, hey, I'll fuck bitches next week.
But that nigga was an athlete. Dog.
That's the truth. Like, for real. Like, for all the athletes, like, I dealt with this shit. And, like, you start to focus just on one thing.
That's pussy.
And,
Yeah,
and sports.
And let me explain something. Let me explain something to what I see is wrong with the system.
Sports
This is what's wrong with the system. Regardless of whether
that's just
I'm definitely fucking something after this game.
That's just it doesn't matter if you played sports or not. You're young, your mind's on pussy.
Oh,
yeah, but the bottom line of all that is, to me, as far as I see a picture, it's racist in the fact that I don't need to know who discovered America. I don't need to know none of your fucking book shit to run a football. I can make millions of dollars running a fucking football, whether I go to college or not.
It's like a 2%.
Whether I go to college or not. They know most of the ones who ain't gonna make the grade is gonna be minorities.
It's like a 2 or 3%.
But that's the reward.
That's
the
like
reward.
Fucking reward.
That's how they got it set up. It's the reward of
you don't even pay a kid when he go to fucking college in the first place. So why do I have to go to college to play in your NFL?
The percentage
you don't. You
there's
can go
not
try
enough.
out.
There's only 32 teams in the NFL, so that's 11 people play on both sides, so that's 22 people times 33 or 32.
Well, you still got to.
I'm not good at mathematics, but that's not a lot of people.
You got to right. It's not.
So
but
it's hard to get in the NFL. That's why.
Because I'm being honest with you.
Yeah,
it's
and that's
a
why.
racist situation to keep a minority.
It's always been that way.
Yeah, it is. It is.
Well, they
but you
they
know
used
what
to-
else?
They used to not let black people play.
I'm gonna tell you what else is.
Well-
The point when you come with an 18-year-old can't go to the NBA straight to the NBA. A high school kid.
That's great.
No, that's not.
Yes,
if,
it is.
If LeBron James pulled it off, if he came from high school and doing what he's doing in the NBA, then any kid that's in high school who can do like LeBron
But he's
did,
a freak of
There's
nature.
like
No,
6
ain't no-
people the quality of
I don't
LeBron
give,
ever.
exact.
Six.
That's right.
Six ever.
So if you
ever.
got another one out
Six
there,
ever.
If you got another
And
one,
he will do that. He won't have to go to school. You're
no,
right.
He will have to.
No, he won't.
He will.
You can
There's a rule.
try out for
They
any
will-
team.
I
There's
mean-
tryouts.
You gotta
can
wait
get
a
him
year.
out.
No, now
They'll
you
do
have
the
to
same-
wait 1 year.
and-
if you cannot wait.
And that's because it's a maturity thing.
Yeah.
Like
LeBron
that's,
James
he's
is
going to be
mature as a
19.
motherfucker.
He's going to be
But
19.
he's a freak of nature, and he was
No,
held
he's
back
gonna be
a year.
19.
So you
gotta
hold
remember,
another-
LeBron
so you
was
gonna
held
hold
back
another-
a year.
you gonna hold another
graduated
freak
at
of
over
nature?
18. He graduated over 18.
Yes, because you're a freak of nature.
No,
like
you
it's
can't hold-
unusual.
yeah, it's racist, man.
It's not
Fuck that.
racist.
Let
No,
that
he's a
kid
freak
pick.
of nature.
I don't-
though.
and if you got
he
a
was
freak
held
of
back
nature-
a year so he
if
could
you got a freak
graduate
of
top.
nature, if you got a Jim Brown coming out of high school, let that nigga run. Let the nigga run. If he come out of high school, he that fucking bad, let that nigga run. I don't give a fuck if he can't read
well,
shit.
then go and
Yeah, that's the problem.
and-
That's a problem. That's honestly a problem in society. If you can't read, that's an issue.
Hey,
If
but
you
this is
can't
the
write,
thing.
that's an issue.
But
That means
this-
you're
that-
illiterate.
I get where you're coming from because if
And
that's the
that's a
escape
problem.
because you can't run, and that's your, I'm gonna say because you can't read, and running is your escape.
But you
Let
can't
that
read.
nigga
You
run.
can't read because you
Let
didn't
that
learn
nigga run.
to read. Like that's the problem. You should get your education, and black people should actually strive
Back
for
in the
their
day-
education because that was one thing that was held back from you. Most importantly,
That's real
that
shit.
separated you from the beginning is the lack of education. And now that you gotta get that. That's the number one thing that you need is a strong foundation so you can make decisions for the rest of your life. LeBron James has enough money early on in his life that he just pays people to make the right decisions for him.
You think LeBron James ain't making his decisions?
For his investments, no, I don't think he is. He's the number one person to tell you.
I don't know
his
anybody
investments.
that's in
LeBron
this
James'
shit.
investments
LeBron took
into
his
himself.
He took his
he invests
five,
in himself.
He took his 5 best friends and made all them his teammates. He made all of them. One of them was his marketing man. One of them was his agent. All his best friends, he took care of every fucking one of them from out of high school.
Sure.
That's what this cat did.
Sure.
This cat makes his decisions. The one who he got during his investment
That's like
portfolio.
that's like
he
winning
got
the
one during
lottery.
his investment portfolio.
That's like winning
he
the
got
lottery.
him handling his investments.
It's
This dude
just
makes
like
his
winning the lottery.
decisions. Don't trip on James Brown about his age. This dude grew up as a man faster than any motherfucking kid
I'm
had
not
to grow
saying
up.
that he that,
and his,
that he
and his
didn't. I'm just
educational
saying
basis
that he's
was
in a
not
financial
college driven.
He's
His
in,
education basis is high school driven. But look what he can do. After high school, my nigga, once you learn the basis of
Okay.
education,
LeBron
college
James
bullshit is not going to get you fucking paid.
LeBron James
I'm not
needs
taking that
snaps
from
tomorrow.
him. The thing is, it's like
College is not
he,
going to get you paid.
he survives off of his early foundation. Okay, any other athlete gets injured, they don't have the security of LeBron
Exactly.
James.
If
You have to have
if you're
something
a
to fall
kid
back on,
and
which
you go
would be what
straight into
every
the-
other American does, and
they
that's their
want you to have a
education.
degree for a reason, because if you get hurt, you got something to fall back on.
Degree don't get you no fucking job. What you gonna do is what you gonna do? Who they doing with
But having a
degrees now?
degree and being
What-
a injured
are
basketball
they doing
NBA
with
star
degrees?
gets you a
Well,
job.
that's because people just go to school to go to school. They don't go in with a real plan, and that's the problem. So that's why your degree does nothing.
It's been
for you.
proven. It's been proven that regardless of the quality of your athletic ability, the ability to make strong financial decisions is lacking, and that's why most African American athletes that in all walks, every single sport that made it, have issues. And it's common, and they've been trying to change that. And LeBron James is actually a proponent for that, for changing, making strong financial decisions. We've seen that change happening, and you're right. But it's not always the case, and a lot of people it's easy come, easy go. And when you make it big
Especially
too
in-
early,
especially in the black
it
world.
ruins people.
Especially
And
in the
it's
black
okay
society.
to let them
Exactly.
mature.
We don't
and,
have a-
and an education, a furthering education can. I'm not saying it always works in the person's favor, but it can add some depth to your knowledge and ability to function outside of the athletic world if need be. And I think that that's important, and I agree with you that you
I
shouldn't.
think so
they shouldn't
too.
always
You
be
should
held
have
back.
something to fall back on.
And you're right. If a kid or somebody is that great, then yes, there should be some sort of pathway or way that they could just expedite them straight into the league. Because even now more so than ever, these kids that are making all this money for the college and everything, where they're being exploited. Yeah, let's get him into a scenario where he's making that money. I agree with that. I agree.
My cousin's
I agree.
husband-
There is a level to that, but then there's like the majority where like, dude, you're probably not going to make it to the NBA.
Yeah.
I'm sorry you
Yeah,
played
get the free
you
education.
played sports.
Yeah,
I'm
get the
sorry
free
you played
education,
sports
yeah.
your entire life, but you didn't make the cut, and that's fucking hard to deal with. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Especially being competitive and an athlete on any level at any level, you know what it means. You see kids crying at the end of their championship games. You see adults crying at the end of their championships games. You know, it means something regardless whether you're playing for money or not, right?
Yeah, for real.
So it's hard to go through that your entire life and then just be denied at the end. And you want something to be able to fall back on and a little bit of education.
this shit, though.
Vince Carter did it. He went back. He left school. He's like, fuck, dude, I'm getting old. The motherfucker's still balling. He
Yeah.
went and left to go to school while playing basketball just to have something to fall back on, and he still plays ball. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Like,
But
he,
Trip, this my cousin.
you know what I
Dion.
mean? So, like,
this fool was in
there's
the
some
NBA. He
value.
played for the
There's definitely
Pistons.
value in the sport,
This
in
fool,
education.
But he actually finished college, and this fool played for 2 years, blew his knee out, and he had something to fall back on. And he was like, all his homies that happened to, and it happens to a lot of people, especially when you get picked up and then you get put in the D League just to ride out until you step your shit up because your body's not really developed enough to go up against grown-ass men. Not everybody developed the right way out of college or out of high school.
Yeah.
It take a couple years for them to like bulk up to really be able to throw their weight around. Remember, Tyrone Lue looked like a fucking child out there for a long time, but he slipped through the gap. And he ended up being able to play. And he'll never be considered a great. He was on championship teams, but
They just did that with Lonzo Ball too, and explaining like, you know,
Yeah.
he was great in college, and then when they're like, what was going on in pros? His body mass wasn't there.
He wasn't there.
He would bump
Especially
into guys
going up against guys that's the size of LeBron.
Yeah.
And that's real. Like, it's a development point that people don't pay attention to because they're like, this nigga can shoot, he fast, and he can dunk. And he great at what he do. But he get out there with grown-ass men and get treated like a child. And
The
that's
best
really
thing
good.
about what this conversation we're having is that they're going to be talking about that with like a Fortnite game. They're like, some kid, he's too young. He went up against OG, Big Daddy Big Show, and he slapped him because he just didn't have what it took. He just needs to step his game up, But like, it's real.
No, he's been playing this game 12 years. Since dude's only been playing 3.
But like,
you don't know.
But that's the truth about every highly competitive anything that's moving into that way where. There's a level, like, even kids are going to deal with this where they're going to go, should we, like, hey, this kid's 13 or 14. He's really good at, like, we see freaks of nature now.
Yeah.
In everything. Skateboarding.
You really
I
do.
witnessed this in skateboarding where 8-year-olds were doing 14-foot, 16-foot bowls.
Yeah.
Half pipes, launching in the air, doing crazy stuff. Kids on the
and
computer.
little girls,
Yeah.
too.
The younger kids always take over.
Right.
Remember your boy used to be in the skate world. He was real big back in the
Tony
day.
Hawk?
No, fuck no. He had this, man, what this motherfucking name? Well, he was big in skateboard. He was big in
Rob Dyrdek?
The one, he got what you call it.
The show, yeah.
Yeah, but
Exactly.
before him, there was another one. Another great one. God damn.
There's a lot of great
But if I-
skaters. There's
No,
a
this dude-
countless
this
amount.
dude
I'm
was
just
big,
keeping
big
it
time.
1,000.
I know, but I'm saying he
skating now, Scheckler, right?
No,
Scheckler?
he ain't skating no more right now. But he was
Oh,
one.
Shackler, dog. I ain't seen that fool in forever, dog.
Yeah.
He's an adult now, huh?
Yeah.
If I called his name, y'all would know who I'm talking about. But yeah, anyway, like you said, the younger kids always come along and take their fucking place.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And
Right.
because they're willing to risk more. Their body, when you get older, a bone hit, that
I
motherfucker
know.
take forever to heal.
I remember the
But
day.
when you younger,
I remember
you fall,
the day.
dude, you fall down and fuck up. You could break a fucking bone when you're
Yeah.
8 years old. That bitch healed in a fucking
Right.
month. You
You're
heard
good.
me?
Yeah.
Now when you get in your 50s and 40s and
Yeah.
shit, that bitch don't heal, dog.
2.5 years.
It's
Like,
true.
yeah, this lip just ain't going.
So yeah, that's the risk factor that they're willing to take as youth steps the game up. And the skateboard game right now is fucking stupid.
Yeah, it's so crazy. A couple of my friends are well, I think they still are pro skaters, but yeah, it's I watched like some of these kids. I went to like Etnies skate park when it was first ever made, and I seen some of these kids like through their like when they first started to where they like were barely able to even get on the board to like a month, and he's airing and transitioning,
Stupid
and you're like, okay, dude, like literally,
have
I'll
no
do that.
fear.
I do, yeah, exactly.
no
I do
fear.
that like once or twice on my run, and like that, I'm like, okay, I'm done. Like, and this kid's like airing out, doing every other trick that he knows with that air, and like I'm only willing just to do just get air, maybe a board grab, and that's it. And he's like, and it's like things I would never even think of at that age ever.
And
I wouldn't even think of going into that bowl
Until
at that
you
age.
feel that concrete.
Yeah.
You don't know what the pain is these kids go through to get the skills that they get that
and
game.
I was just
to.
like,
So I
dude,
got
it's
so much respect.
Yeah, it
You know
is.
who
It
else
is.
too? The motherfuckers that be out there surfing, dog.
Oh yeah.
These dudes have stepped the surfing game up to another.
It's amazing.
fucking
It
level.
really
the,
is.
The size. Of,
I
why the
actually
fuck,
love that Unc is talking about that.
Why would
because
I
it is
get in the
really good.
water with a fucking wave that's 20 times bigger than me? You know how many? You know how big your nuts gotta be, dog. I mean, I don't mean to get
No,
descriptive
I
and
got
shit,
it. No, and
but
I
these
know what
dudes
you
got
mean.
fucking kahunas, nigga.
Yeah.
Shit, these niggas got fucking. They got watermelons down between their fucking legs,
for
nigga.
sure.
Yeah,
I
that's
know.
the game.
I'm not.
you
Look,
know?
I'm not even getting by the shoreline when the fucking wave is 20 feet. I'm not getting on the shoreline to watch your
yeah.
fucking ass. You heard
Respect
me?
that for sure.
I'm gonna be on a mountainside somewhere looking
Right.
at your ass.
Yeah,
Fuck
like that shit's about to hit here and wash all of us up.
fuck.
And yeah, that's how I
Come
feel
on.
about it.
And they
too.
get inside the motherfucking
Yeah.
wave.
Yeah, well, the ones. What about when they're just in the middle of the ocean, where they have to get like ski dude into it?
Yeah,
It's
yes,
like, well, this isn't
exactly.
just a normal wave. This is actually being created in the middle of the ocean. So there's nothing around us, and I'm
Nothing.
gonna get pulled in on a jet ski.
Thank you.
Like fuck. Okay, just I don't want to. And then there's the psychopath that's in there taking the picture.
Yeah,
That's my favorite guy.
Yes.
Because he's like riding that thin
jet
line.
thing, yeah.
But he's on the thin line where he's in the water and
Oh,
like
he's got to beat the wave.
Yeah,
He might
exactly.
not beat that bitch.
Yeah, they normally don't. Like a really
lot of
good
times
wave,
they
they're like,
don't.
oh, this
Fuck.
is going to be beautiful, but
Yeah, fuck.
Yeah, and he's just like, I got it, and he knows he's getting paid and everything else. But like that
Fuck,
moment,
that's respect, man.
yeah, that
Fuck.
moment is just like it's cutthroat. But that's extreme sports.
But I
that's
said
extreme sports.
I'll be real with it, and I'm keep it real. I don't see a lot of niggas out there on them surfboards, my nigga. I'm gonna be
well,
honest.
yeah,
with you.
because
Because that takes another whole. That's what I say. You got to have a whole kind of fucking mindset. You know what I'm saying? To face something that much bigger than you.
I surf, but I don't surf any, like, the biggest wave I've ever surfed is, like, I guess probably as big as me.
You did a 6 foot wave?
Yeah.
Man,
that's
I
probably pretty
respect that.
standard.
Shit, that's fucking gangster.
Yeah, no, but it's nowhere compared to what a lot of people do. And I ride longboard, so I don't even shortboard. So I'm on the fucking big cruiser, you know, I'm not cutting in and out of it. I'm just there for the ride.
Man, 6 feet. I ain't getting in the fucking water.
Sano. I'm good in the water. Like, I love the water. I grew up in
no
the beach.
life jacket or nothing. Fuck
No,
that.
you can't surf with a life jacket.
Fuck that.
People talk shit on you.
I wouldn't give definitely go get say. They can talk about me, but I'm coming home.
The life jacket out here?
Hey, some shit that can really save your life if you get fucked up.
Yeah. Fuck that.
Okay,
Fuck that.
real story. We went out to Newport. Newport will the wedge will go. It can go off like crazy, and if you're not a strong swimmer, it can be kind of fucked up. And Boatwright, my buddy, went out with us, and he had a whistle. Like, it was common, you just have a whistle, like, in case you got put in a situation you weren't comfortable with, then you could, whistle the lifeguard.
Right.
And this motherfucker ended up having to blow his whistle, made a big old scene, got like pummeled, because what happens is, like, the waves get so big, and they get like, when it draws back, the bottom falls out and makes like a bowl, so it jacks the wave up super high, like, quickly, and so it breaks on the shore 100%. Like, there's nothing underneath it when it breaks.
Right.
So he got hit by a wave, and then he got dragged into that fucking funnel system, and he just fucking bottomed out and was just, like, literally washed up on the beach. Trying to blow his whistle. It was, like, fucked up but kind of funny at the same time, because I knew he was safe. But, like, it was really bad. And, like, if you're not a,
Yeah,
if you're not a strong swimmer, it's out there. But surfing has always been something that I done. My uncle surfed. Like, since
you born and raised Cali?
So. Yeah, I was born in San Clemente. My dad was on a Marine in Camp Pendleton.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I was born in San Clemente.
Right.
So yeah, I surfed all my life, and it's.
Saint, you ever surfed?
No, I haven't learned how to surf. I got a surfboard, but I don't even have a longboard yet, so I can't get on that one yet.
Dude,
but,
yeah,
I've done a little boogie boarding, but that's about it.
Yeah,
I'm not. I know how to swim good. I could catch the waves. It's just actually learning the surfing.
To stand up.
Yeah.
Dude, you got that board. You just got to go out to right out here to Seal.
There you
right
go.
Right off the jetty.
Off the jetty.
It's perfect. Yeah. It's
come
not
on,
too
man.
crazy.
I want to see y'all, bro.
It's not too crazy. I mean, the
and
waves
the waves
are perfect.
aren't that big. Yeah, they're like 3 feet.
The waves are perfect there, because the
Yeah.
real set of waves actually goes off to the right, to where you actually have to, like, kind of swim out to. So if you want to just go hang out, you can just go right there, and the waves aren't.
That's right by my house, man.
Yeah.
Come on, I can video y'all,
Yeah.
bro.
Yeah,
Alright,
dude.
let's
You
do
get some. I used to, dude. When I had a surfboard, I used to go there every day.
Nice.
I mean, the surfboard wasn't mine. I had a roommate, and it was his. So
Yeah.
I was using his.
Is there a National Surf Day?
I guarantee
sure
there
there
is.
is.
That's
Google that,
every
right?
day, brother.
Yeah, I'm
Shaka,
I'm
bruh.
1,000%
That's every day.
Sure
Let
it is.
me see. Hold up.
National Surf Day every day, bruh.
When is National Surf Day?
Damn, he just hit him with.
This motherfucker. I hate this bitch, man.
Okay.
Guess what you came up with?
Reasons why you love video games. Did you tell us, or you couldn't tell us? You couldn't even put it into words. Rock almost teared up. He almost teared up, and he couldn't put it into words. Yes, in short, it's his life.
Knock it off.
Oh my god.
Fuck a job. I got a game to play.
Yeah, no, but I think like for instance, like no, I agree with what you're saying. Like, you grew up with it. Like, since we were kids, like, it was the new thing that came out. It was the new thing to put in, like, home entertainment, like, from the get-go. Like, 1986, Nintendo was made. 1994, Super Nintendo.
But when it first came out, you couldn't play with each other, right?
No, yeah,
Right,
exactly.
right,
that was the
right.
greatest thing about it. Is
What
that,
year did that
and
happen?
that's like, and that's what held it back, though, is that it was
Right,
something you
exactly.
wouldn't talk about, because you would go to school, and the few people that would be talking about the games, you would be like the nerdy guys talking about the games.
What year
and
did
everybody
it
else
start
would be
when you could start competing?
It was
2000 or something, right?
2000 and like. What is SOCOM? But you weren't competing. You weren't competing.
It was
you were just
before
playing together.
SOCOM too, because you could do what game was that? Oh, was it SOCOM the first one, or was it Rainbow Six.
Dude, it was like 98 or something like that. 98 or 90 something. 96, 98.
Who went versus
98.
first?
Because PlayStation 2 came out in 2000.
But PlayStation, you can play with a.
Yeah, you could. PlayStation 2, you could. That was the first one you could. It had a port for it, and you had to pay for like some sort of extra internet or something, right?
No, because you could play 2K on Sega Dreamcast online.
You talking about the first online game?
And that was
The first game when you could play when you could play
Hold
with
on.
people.
Saint
yeah.
looked it up. Saint looked it up.
93 first-person shooter game Marathon was released on
On
Macintosh.
PC.
That's
Okay.
PC,
On
though,
PC.
yeah.
Okay, yeah. So that's accurate.
Yeah,
but,
yeah.
But for console, can you look up a console? Because it's going to be like, it could be something on Dreamcast. You could be right.
I watched. It's gonna be like 2K when it was Sega.
It's going to be
2K.
Fantasy Star
All
Online.
right.
Well, Fantasy Star Online was like, yeah.
Fantasy Star Online. Let me see. I think that's what it is.
Dreamcast?
It wasn't Dreamcast that had any system, had real online play, though. Let me get to the nitty-gritty here.
Get to the nitty-gritty.
Yeah.
The good parts.
Let's see. Yeah, this ain't a straight answer. I'll get
Okay,
back to you.
we'll
on
get
that.
back there.
Yeah.
Okay, I like that. The internet's like that. Yeah, but I don't know. I love video games because they're an escape. Like
Dope
you get
as
to,
fuck.
yeah, you get to like why do you watch movies? Why do you look at art? Why do you
Entertainment.
Yeah, entertainment exactly,
Yeah.
and it's interactive. So like it engages me. It allows me to work with it, change it, modify it in some cases. Like it's just like another
And
world.
you
for
steadily improve at it as you do
Yeah,
it. That's-
especially if you
you
play
get a
competitive
return.
games.
Right,
too.
you get a return.
But yeah, I mean, obviously, those are like I think the clear cut reasons. Like most people enjoy video games because that reason, like the original, adventure type game where you're like setting off on, a Zelda type or even Mario platformer where ultimately at the end you save the princess and you role play as Mario and that's like the exciting part about it and you
I
learn
just
all
don't
these
remember
stories.
a time where I wasn't gaming. That's
Yeah.
what,
So when
Yeah.
you gaming on your phone or y'all gaming on PCs?
no, I don't play PC yet, but I'm about to get into that. But I'm a console player.
Yeah, we got to get Rock a PC. We got to get Rock a graphics
When you say a
card.
console, what do you mean?
That's like PlayStation, Xbox, Sega, Nintendo.
okay. Like
Well, it
the-
used to be Sega, but I don't know what happened.
So you play on that?
Someone who killed the Dreamcast.
Y'all play on
We
the,
did.
Y'all play on the computer?
Everybody.
Yeah,
did.
I do. Yeah, I play on PC. I play on console too with Rock. Like we play some games together, but Rock doesn't really play video games. He just is an imposter on this show.
Whatever, dog. I play, man. I just been busy the last couple of weeks, but I'm about to be
You're an
good. Don't
imposter.
trip.
He just pretends to.
You've been impersonating, bruh.
to be
And
world's
first of all,
best.
dog,
And you been-
first, I have been playing a lot too. Every
No,
night,
you just
dog.
log on and then you're just sitting there.
What?
Yeah, because your name is right next to, like in between people that I have to invite's name, and I always see your name and it just says Rocky, our OG Death Dealer, and then nothing underneath it, and I always get a laugh because
That's your thing,
your
OG
profile-
debt dealer?
your profile is the Power Rangers morphed complete final stage Power Rangers.
This what's it called? It's the Green Ranger.
It's the Green Ranger Dragon. Yeah, it's the Green Ranger Dragon.
And he's like,
Yeah. Yeah. It's just ridiculous.
So you can watch them when they're battling on your phone or on your PC?
I think
Technically.
there is a way to do that.
Yeah.
We don't do it's not very
Oh,
common.
but y'all don't do that, though?
No,
Okay.
because like if he's gonna play a game, I'm gonna play it. Probably just play it with him, like
Yeah.
alongside with him. Like
Y'all
we're in
three,
the same
you
game.
can't play. All three of y'all can't
Oh
play.
yeah,
Yeah,
we can
we
play
can.
with like 6 people.
You can
Oh,
play
yeah?
up to, like,
Oh
6
yeah,
people,
well even more than that.
Man,
I guess.
hook me up, man. Let me see what the fuck y'all doing.
Not on the phone.
Yeah, not on the phone.
You
This-
need a
that's-
no.
PlayStation.
Oh.
What you need is PlayStation 4 and Destiny 2.
Oh, see how far back I go. I ain't nowhere close with the fuck. y'all
Ice T's
talking about.
play.
So how much you invest? How much you invest to get your rig up?
Oh, well, I mean, you can go as crazy as you want. Like mine's a full-fledged like entertainment.
Well, I know Snoop and them do it on the football level, big time.
Yeah, so Snoop's on the console.
Yeah, he got
I think
on-
sometimes he plays on PC, but like Snoop is into Madden like competitive.
Right,
So it's
right.
like Like that's it. Like I'm into that.
Snoopy
I'm
talking
into
shit
I'm
to it.
into
You
I'm
funny
into
dog.
that, but for Call of Duty for like first person shooters,
Oh,
like
okay.
a war based game that's like it's a battle royale. You drop in on a map with like only the resources that you have, and you have to find more and kill people.
Create and kill,
there's
yeah.
100 people, and
After
last
you.
man survives.
Wow.
Yeah, and like
Everybody out for everybody.
everybody out for everybody. So it's either solos with you versus 99, or squads with 4 of you versus
4 of them.
96 other squads made up
Wow.
of 4. Yeah. So it gets really intense, and it makes up for some pretty intense gameplay. And I have 3 friends that play it, so it's like two other guys that I know that I'm playing with. That it's like I said, it's like a social meetup. Like,
your boy got
we're
his
all
football
blazing-
thing
we're
on
all
Mixer.
blazing-
I'm sure they must have those games on
yeah.
Mixer too. Huh?
So yeah, we like sometimes we stream.
Fortnite. Yeah,
so
Fortnite is on
sometimes we stream on Twitch, and the show goes on Twitch and everything. Yeah, Twitch is a great and
What
Mixer.
about Mixer? Yeah, Mixer.
Yeah, Mixer's great. Is great. You Mixer's a great streaming platform.
Call of Duty, all of them on there.
I play Call of Duty. Yep, I play Call of Duty. I play.
So can you play it off the phone?
No, you can't play it on the phone. Not yet. At
You
least
can
soon.
watch it.
Soon.
Or you can watch it?
Soon with Google Stadia, you'll be able to.
True.
So, it's Google Stadia coming at you.
Well, I'm glad I came tonight. I learned a lot of shit already.
Yeah, we'll get you gaming one way or the other. Rocky can source you
play no game.
PS4.
I go, man, fuck this shit.
Until he's like
long
RNG,
as-
until he's already RNG'd out, and he's like, "Yo, Rock, I've been grinding these
He's like,
these loot boxes."
I haven't slept in 3 days.
As long as I can smoke while I do it,
need
That's
help.
what we do.
I'm good for it.
That's what we do.
I make a deal with you. You teach me this, I teach you golf.
Ooh.
Okay.
Well, Rocky, I think you should take him up on the tournament for Thursday. Maybe not this Thursday, but next Thursday.
Okay.
And you guys can show Unc Imo how
Yeah, once
what are you
learn
guys
how
gonna
to-
play?
once I
Dragon
learn the
Ball?
controls and
What
shit,
are you
I
guys gonna
think
play?
that'd be
Dragon
fun.
Ball, Smash Brothers. You'll play something. How fighting
Yeah.
game works, and see how competitive these guys get and how much shit they start talking.
Yeah, man.
Until one of them cries.
Don't crack. I want y'all be like little children up in here.
Nah.
Keep your man up, man. Keep your man
I'll just start
up.
cussing and talking shit. I'm a terrible person when I game.
Don't do that to your boy, man.
Would you? Yeah. All right, we're gonna finish the show with these final thoughts. I'm gonna ask Rocky if he agrees with these reasons why people love video games and why there's a holiday. There's National Video Game Day. I mean, we're celebrating it. So Rocky said he loves video games because they are his life.
Yeah, man.
Okay, real as shit out there. Okay, or he's just not that interesting. I'm not sure.
Ooh.
I'm kidding. I love I love. Yeah, exactly. That's why I love Rocky. Anyways, do you agree that video games are timeless?
Yeah.
You think that what?
Maybe not 64 games because the controller was locked up in
And the graphics. Yeah. For some reason, like I'd rather play an SN, like a 8
Ain't that
bit,
fucked up, dog?
and then look at a 64.
It was so blocky, dog.
Yeah, it's so blocky. So yeah, so for the most part, they're timeless. That's true. Like I would love to play some Mega Man and some Super Mario right now.
Yeah,
Like, no problem.
Super Nintendo, I can go back to that any day of the week.
Play any game.
Yeah, any
Did
game.
we ever ask Saint what's his favorite game?
Saint's favorite game is Destiny 2. I'm pretty sure it's the only when he plays video games. It's the only game that he plays.
Saint, speak up.
That's the only game I've been playing lately. Yeah, for sure.
What's your favorite game ever?
Ever?
Yeah.
Shit. Probably Mario. The OG
See, yeah,
Mario.
like that's
yeah,
everybody's
yeah.
for sure. Like that's just
You
And
can't
then, like,
disrespect
you
Mario.
can't disrespect
Yeah,
Mario.
yeah.
Yeah.
If a
That's
nigga like
the
that, Mario's my favorite
How'd
game.
you
You
learn
I
how to-
can respect that.
Yeah, how did you learn how to play video games? Fucking playing Mario.
Right.
Like, how'd you learn about secret levels? Playing Mario.
Yeah.
Fucking Easter eggs, Mario. Fucking how to fly up on the hidden part of the level.
Oh my
Mario.
God, dog.
How to
Well, you
go,
remember
how
when
to
you
go
figured that
backwards?
out? It was
How to go
insane.
backwards? How to go backwards when the game first starts, when the level first starts, but to go backwards to get a one up. You know what I mean? Like that's how you learn those, and those are things that are timeless.
Awesome.
Throughout all games. Like they still use those little weird, like the secret, like where could this thing be? And you're like, maybe I go backwards when this level starts. And you're like, oh shit, you go backwards when the level starts. It works. Like, that shit's so real. I love that.
That's why Ready Player One is such a great movie. I've watched that shit like 10 times.
I honestly love that. It's a great.
Yeah, I'm just gonna buy it. I'm gonna stop just
you can't
illegally
put
streaming
video
it.
games. That's good.
I'm
dude.
gonna pay for it.
Yeah,
It's that good of a movie.
support them. Support them. There you go. National Video Games Day is about support.
Because I've been illegally streaming
got a
that for the
question.
longest.
The little game when you used to go out and try to get across the street. What was that called?
Frogger.
Yeah.
Classic.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Classic.
Frogger. You know what that reminds me of? California fucking driving. Because the people be leaving them big ass gaps, and you go from lane. If you're switching out, you're gonna get them big ass holes where the motherfucker just ain't keeping up with the traffic.
And you're taking a chance on your life.
You do. You really do.
Because the same way you see everybody else see, dog. You
The
gotta.
Saints, you know what I'm talking about, huh?
Hell yeah, shit.
That shit's
We
just
be
like the
driving crazy
Frogger,
out
man.
here.
Just like the Frogger. And
We
no
got no time out
disrespect,
here.
no disrespect to Asians, but they're the man perpetrator, dog. I hate to be. I don't want to see. No, because they believe in this rule. They will never hit nobody in the motherfucking back. I'm going to guarantee you. They will always have enough room between them and the car in front of them. Watch them. I'm telling you. If that sound racist, I'm sorry like a mother.
Need a TV show.
No, that's a stereotype, so I think it flies.
Yeah, that's one of the stereotypes.
Stereotypes fly.
Yeah, they don't want to. They'll never hit nobody in the back, so they leave big gaps in the highway.
Yeah, this other one's obvious. Video games are never boring unless you're playing a boring video game. And that's just a bad choice. So,
If even Pinata was boring.
I agree. But some people love that.
Yeah, people.
Is
I
it
have
still
people
around?
who played it religiously.
Yeah, it's still around. Oh, yeah, it's still around.
Terrible game.
And they brought it back on to the Game Pass so you could download it. It's in the rare replay.
And I got a homie who's
bundle.
a straight up gangster who plays
Loves
it.
it.
And he played the fuck out of it too. And I was like,
how it
nigga,
works.
you are wild.
And he's like, that. I love that. And Parappa the Rapper.
Hey, Parappa the Rapper was that guy at one point, though.
Here's a good one. Do you believe that they teach you valuable life lessons?
There's some that do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't
If you
lie.
play a lot of RPGs, they tend to get, like, sometimes way too real.
Yeah, a lot of anime-based games will do that shit, too.
Right.
They'll be like, believe in yourself.
Right.
And you like, I will.
That's actually a great example. Exactly. It's really. Yeah.
You can do anything you put your mind to. Just hold on and be strong.
You started out the game as this kid getting bullied and all this other stuff, and then you ended up being the motherfucker that everybody relied on. Like, because you believed this. Yeah. It's really, like, that's like the greatest story. It's always like.
The underdog.
There's always the underdog, the dude that saves the princess, right? Yields the big sword, kills the fucking final dragon, and saves the princess. Or whatever. There's the underdog. Like, these are the core stories that kind of we always see over and over again. Like, Mario's kind of like always the underdog story.
Yeah.
Like, where, he was doing his absolute best, this or that, and it just wasn't enough for Bowser. And Bowser always gets Princess and escapes. Mm-hmm. And then now he has to, scramble
Everything
back
be going
to get...
smooth and shit. One day he show up to go check on Princess.
Right.
And they like, what you talking about? Bowser got it last week, and then he plugged the tube. You're the first person to make it through.
yeah.
You're
exactly.
like, oh, shit, what?
And then now you're like, you have this, like, Super Meat Boy, they did that. Super Meat Boy, they did that where, like, everything gets stripped from you. You're just not going to, this guy's way better than you. He's got you outbeat. He gets your way with your, your bride to be. And this or that, like, it's always this, this fantasy, life that you're going to be the hero or whatever, or you can overcome something or whatever, where it does incorporate this, some sort of life lesson into it. Like, it's like kind of the same thing with like movies. It's always like one way or other about love or some sort of relationship that has to, circle back into it or some way. Like, even though the movie was just about blood, violence, and gore for an hour and 30 minutes, but the last 15 minutes, they fall in love at the end and get married or whatever. They just throw it in there to be like, oh yeah, there's love in every situation. Life lesson, Gaming's like that too, though. Like, they use that to make it more real and get you more into it. So Story-based games are always like that. And I've said that since I was young because I'd be knowing words for some reason. Like, why did I know the currency of so many countries when I was 10 years old? Because they use the weird currencies in video games. They don't want to use dollars. Like, if you're in America, they don't want to use dollars. So they use yen, zenny, gil.
Yeah.
Right? And then you you start to get older and realize, oh, those are all terms of coin or some sort in some other country at some point, in some point in history. That, this guy who created this video game actually researched something real and used something actually real in the world to just replace, the word that you're used to.
And
just
then
with
you read better than
another
niggas
language.
in school, too, because you played RPGs.
Right,
Everybody else
right.
is like,
Yeah.
you're a really good reader. You like
So if you take about 100, if you take a line of 100 kids, about how many you think out of 100 young men, how many you think play video games?
Today, every
y'all-
single
at
one
y'all-
of
at
them.
yeah, I'm
y'all
about to
age.
say every last one of them.
At
All
our
of them?
age, I'd probably say
Out of 100.
half of them.
50?
Yeah.
I'd say 60 after Fortnite.
Well, no, at
I
Fortnite,
heard-
I'd say every single one of them.
You say every kid?
Fortnite came out, and motherfuckers
Yeah.
that you never expected to play games, it's like, I want to play Fortnite.
So what
My
about
buddies
women?
are- yeah,
how
I
many,
have
how
friends
many
of-
women you think are out there gaming?
There's a lot of women
all
in
of them now.
gaming. Yeah.
Shit.
You
There's
think
a lot
all of
Every
them?
girl I know plays video games.
Yeah, in some capacity or another.
Even the ones that
Super
like
common.
to, pop it on the internet, play video games.
I don't even know what he's talking about, but I told you about this before the show
I
started.
was just saying, dog.
He said even the ones that like to pop it on the internet
That's some real shit, dog.
like to play games. What kind of games do they like to play, Rock?
I mean,
Pop it.
depends on what you
Hide this. No, I'm just kidding.
depends on what you're trying to play, dog. You never know.
Can you make it clap, baby? Can you make it clap?
Hey, that's
That's
very
what sounds
much-
like a
that's
personal question.
possibility.
I love this show, by the way. I really do, and I appreciate Unc you coming out here and blessing us with
man,
your
thank
words and your wisdom.
Man, thanks for having me, man. Sure.
And also that we were able to kind of shine the light on the gaming world for you a little bit, and your understanding of the competitive aspects and the changes that we're seeing, and knowing that there's a community for it, and it has a platform that's bigger than it ever once was, and to be honest, and not to be rude, but usually older generations they have the same viewpoint on TV, but they put video games and they put every other thing that you get from a screen into that category, where actually you're really just really focusing on like cable TV, and I
Right,
agree with
right.
that, and I agree with
Right.
with a lot with what you're saying, and no, I just appreciate you coming out here and spending the time with us. So.
Oh yeah, man, I had a good time, man.
Absolutely, and
Shit.
your show's on the same network, DFZ, every Thursday,
4 to 6.
4 to 6. And Unc Imo's just pretty much spitting knowledge, the truth, and preaching the good word, and getting high while he's doing it.
Yeah, man, it's all about us uniting, man. We
There
got,
it is.
it's about our kids, man. If we don't make changes in the society and we just keep going along the way we're going, our kids don't benefit. But if we make changes in our way of living and we start thinking about the next generation, we can make some changes that would benefit this world. That's all I'm saying.
There it is. I mean, I think we're gonna end the show on those notes too. I'm a firm believer of what Unc just said right there, and I think that's just gonna cap it for us.
Yeah.
Plug Gaming. We'll be back next week, full crew, Sam included. Were we battling?
I don't
Are we
know.
fighting?
I think so.
Are we fighting next week?
I think it's on.
I think we're fighting
Ladies
next
and
week.
gentlemen, get
Okay.
ready to rumble.
Should we do?
fucking commence.
Should we do? Sam will bring Smash Brothers. Should we bring a PlayStation and get something else too?
I'm down.
I think we could just do a full fight episode. Just summer.
Do it, dog.
The Rumble, not in the jungle, but what we got a name? We'll come up with a name. Rock will come up with
fucking.
Okay, there you go. The fucking July 15th.
The fucking.
The bullshit.
Oh, the bullshit. Yeah, hopefully. The Plug Gaming, dfzradio.com. The show's on iTunes. Will be loaded up tonight, possibly tomorrow. You know how we roll. We do it live.
We get loaded.
The social media, the Plug_gaming, all social medias. Check us out. dfzradio.com for the weekly or daily shows and all the repeats. We'll see you on the next one. We out.
DFZRadio.com.